Testing. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The Human Torch took out a bank loan.
Alright, so now we're here, and because of the technical issues for no real reason, I don't know where Aquarium was.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna see it ever again. whatever it was. How does Flips have so many extra stars? Well, for starters, I don't think he's actually died yet. And she's just gonna go ahead and wait for the box to descend for whatever reason.
And like what I was trying to say before I got rudely cut out was that Cheese has probably lost like 15 to 20 minutes on dying already, which is why he's so far behind.
Yeah, I think that's certainly safe to say, and that's really how you just lose so much time in Randomizer, because if you think about it, every time you die, all the time that you spent in that stage was just wasted. And especially with like the 100 coin deaths that Cheese has already taken, that's really cutting into his time.
Yes, this is best of one, so whoever wins this wins it all. If metal is Aquarium, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. If that's actually the case, then you really, at best, like metal is just going to be something that you're going to go to once, like a cap stage.
Yep.
In fact, it's best as a cap stage, like Vanish or something, so that like you have a reason to go there once. And she's just getting. Oh my god! Chucky just eating Cheese right into oblivion. Oh man, that's not the first time I've seen that happen either. There was once that I was playing that Bomb King yeeted me inside of the mountain, and the entire inside of BOB is actually a death plane. Unlike
really?
the inside of this mountain. Yeah. So you just instantly die if he does that to you.
Punk K had that once where he was on like the ledge where you normally do the wing cap hop thing, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
He had Bomb King up there and he was trying to kill it somehow, and then the Bomb King threw him like out of bounds, like over that ledge, and then he immediately died. It's the absence of a death plane that causes immediate death. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Science. Okay, let's see if Cheese is able to make this work, and very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little pause.
Take a break.
As he's gonna be. Yes, Cheese certainly got hecking yeeted through that wall. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Alright, looks like Cheese is going for hundreds. Which is... What? Why is it going back up? These coins respawn.
He just does not want to have to go up this slide again, but that's... He just cost him... You played yourself.
So I guess...
He cost himself so much more time by trying to do that.
What happens in Randomizer is the... I missed it again! What did SimpleFlips enter to go to Aquarium? Anyway, what I was trying to say is the slide in CCM, actually all the coins go to... like they respawn, I mean. Words are difficult, man. So... Fire C is Aquarium. Thank you.
You gotta love when Fire Sea isn't actually anything useful.
Yeah. It's in a good spot compared to what's left. So that's not good. Because like I said, we still haven't found TTM or Womp's Fortress.
One of them is gonna be in Metal Cap, I feel like. That's gonna be so painful.
We have like a 50-50 shot at one of them being in Metal Cap. Worst case scenario, one's in Metal Cap and one is in Vanish.
That'd be so scuffed. She's forgetting about that piranha for a moment, it seems, as he's going through 100 coin with Koopa the Quick, interestingly. Taking the 120 star route here.
What is Cheese doing?
I think he was actually just trying to find the Koopa the Quick star, because look where it got spawned at. He's about to be up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, we're about to see SimpleFlips going into Metal Cap. We're about to see where Metal Cap is about to go.
And no stage, no stage.
Fire
okay,
C!
Fire
That
C.
is good.
Let's go.
That is good.
That's like the best thing that you could have hoped for. So that means that Womps or TTM, one of them is going to be in Wing Mario, I feel like. And that's actually kind of ideal.
Yep, the 3 we have left to check are actually TTM itself, Cloud, and Vanish. So these
and Vanish really is not that bad of a spawn, ultimately.
It's not that bad, but, you know, you still have to exit the castle and go all the way out there.
Just save and quit, Forehead. Just put your own seed back in, Forehead.
Uh-huh.
Okay, SimpleFlips in a bit of a monk-up position. Because this is 120, he's going to have to get this red. And obviously, you don't want to have to come back here through Metal Cap. Okay, okay. He's able to go ahead and replenish his health here. And fire up this last red.
Oh, that's
okay.
that's where
that may have messed him out of it. Whoa, how did he do that?
Oh, wow.
Pog, Pog, Pog.
Not quite
okay,
yet.
please survive. Okay.
Actually, that's probably the better choice because, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, what a god. I can't even speak. This is very, very tense. SimpleFlips, though, is still alive, and he does have some of the most difficult reds in Fire Sea, it seems. Now, here's only hoping that there isn't a bunch of really vital, like, there are 3 reds in the funnel or something.
Oh. I'm reading chat now. I read up. I now know how DDD 100 is possible. And quite honestly, I do not think that either of these people are going to find it out.
Yeah, let me go ahead and look up in chat a little bit, because I know that Pants probably explained it.
There's the person Pants was talking to. Could have come to DM them, like, to tell them about the location? I refuse to. I believe in them, but at the same time, I do not think they're going to find it.
Yeah, that'll be one of those things that, like, if they start claiming that it's impossible, we'll go ahead and let them know. I didn't actually know that. I didn't know. He's gonna go ahead and... Wow. That's what you get for hacking, my friend. So,
wow.
in case you didn't catch that, she was going for HMC 100 and ended up BLJing right into that star. Yes, Valve anti-cheat is active.
Alright, well that's sad.
Interesting spawn from Cheese's side. I've never spawned that way before. Like, facing basically backwards in the loading zone.
Yeah, I saw that SimpleFlips died. Given though it was in the wall kicks will work area, he could have survived like the last few times, but it's not the worst.
Gotta love the 2 blue coins from that blue coin switch there.
So I guess I can explain it over audio here because they aren't watching how it works. So how the DDD 100 works is the blue coin switch respawns when you go into the other loading zone. So if you turn around, go back, and then you come back to it, the blue coin switch spawns again.
Yeah, and since it gives you 30 blues, that pretty much makes 100 coin free.
Which is really interesting. That's helpful for me, at least.
Yeah, I'm definitely filing that away in my back pocket. I think I'm probably gonna try to start doing DDD 100 in randomizers now.
I still don't
Because
know if
like
it'll be
just
worth it in
respawning it
70.
once is a free extra 30. I
That's
feel like it would be worth it, especially like if you just if you combine it with reds and just grab like a really fast set of what 22 other coins.
maybe.
Could make it work.
I guess because you can get some coins on your way to the sub area, get red coins, and get that blue coin switch a couple times.
Yeah, and get coins on your way back to re-trigger the loading zone if the coins are really spread out and you can't get like a really nice route to get all of them on your first pass.
Yeah? Huh. Maybe. I'll have to think about it, I guess. Yes, cheese is this far behind.
Yeah, she's just taking a lot of deaths, unfortunately. And what do you think? Do you think SimpleFlips is going to have enough coins to get the 100 coin star on the end of the slide here?
Yes.
You know, coming up on this last little bend with 99, I don't think he will.
Yeah,
Not quite sure.
There's that one just right there. There's a ton of coins on this slide.
Oh, yeah. I think in a couple of areas, this one might even be included. They actually added some extras in Randomizer.
I don't know. Is that true? Did they ever add extra coins?
That's my understanding. I know I've heard it a bunch with like JRB.
DDD
Extra
and
coins
JRB.
are only in DDD and JRB. Well, they didn't seem to help DDD, forehead. As she's going to be finishing out secrets in THI.
Alright. So she's getting another star, making progress. He is less stars behind than he was originally, but he still has a lot of long ones left.
Yeah, and like for instance, SimpleFlips already has 100 coin in CCM, and he's about to get reds here, and that's a lot of like what's caused Cheese to be able to get decently close in the lead again. Is SimpleFlips just going in on these hundreds and reds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he's found that last red, so that's going to be GG for CCM, and the star, of course, spawns in the most inconvenient spot. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and just navigate back up the top. I think that's a little bit faster than trying to.
What?
Ooh. And she's, of course, going to go ahead and bite the bullet and do Wing Mario. Looks like the reds are spawning in a decent spot.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I never knew that slope was kickable like that either. That's an interesting one.
I don't know how often I'll ever use that, but it's interesting if I ever do remember. Be cool to use.
Right. She's gonna have to find that pink bomb though for at least one of those reds.
Alright. Oh, wow. Pink Bomb actually on the same platform.
Yeah, very, very lucky spawn there. Okay, and so now Cheese just has a couple of more reds here. Got to be careful going up to like that platform, for instance, so you don't bonk on the side.
Yep. Oh, going over for that red coin right there. Oh.
Just a little bit low on the arc. Able
Sorry,
to turn right around for it, though. Still got 3 more to go. See, now you see why Wing Mario is such a dreaded stage. This is why the correct approach in 70-star randomizer is to jump off of a cloud and then ground pound. That is the appropriate approach to this stage.
This is very interesting.
Ooh, Cheese just almost nicking that red coin very close to the death plane there. Look at how fast he's having to fly just because of how low this coin is.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, so he's got 7. And he's in position. Okay, he's got 8, and look at this star spawn. Just so scuffed. So scuffed. SimpleFlips, meanwhile, about to be going in on that little penguin race. Yes, Captain Yoshi. Is he? Oh boy, he's gonna have to go to the second cannon, I think, just to be able to get on that platform. It's just really unfortunate. Oh, okay. That was the Monka. If he would have hit the side there, there's nothing he could have done about that. He would have just fallen and died. And SimpleFlips, meanwhile, it's certainly worth pointing out, he's about to be grabbing his 60th star before the 130 mark. So, you know, SimpleFlips making some pretty awesome time, especially since he's been deciding to go for some of the longer stars earlier on. And Optimus9 asking very shamelessly for a shout out, saying go Leafs. Well, here you go. As she's going to be going in on TTM 100. Where exactly was TTM? How did I miss that? TTM was Wing Mario. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So there we go. Cloud Stage being TTM is a decent find overall. I mean, you do have TTC also as Snowman's Land, so overall pretty nice luck.
Okay. Sorry about that. So you said Wing Mario was TTM?
Yep.
Alright, so we have Womp's Fortress and something. I can't think of the other stage that's missing.
Womps is almost definitely going to be, I'm not actually sure.
TTM... Oh, TTM was Cloud. Oh, so Vanish Cap is Womp's Fortress. Alright, well, now we have the entire sheet figured out.
Now all that's left, of course, is figuring out these random stars themselves. Did Cheese not already do 100? He did already do 100 coin. Okay, that's what I thought. Kind of confused. Cheese thinking that there was a win there.
Oh, that's what happened in TTM? I missed his death because I was still dealing with other things, but I'm back now. Full force. I'm ready. It is the same seed, and I don't think they know how far ahead or behind each other are, but I could be wrong about that. Numbers of stars is on the screen. Thank you. I did not realize.
Whoa, so you mean that the number of stars in a Mario game is on screen in the Mario game? Wow.
Apparently, yeah.
I never would have guessed. Cheese, let's hope, does not take a death here. Has he even gone inside the volcano yet? I don't feel like he has.
No. He's died every time before he's gotten in there. It's at least one of the two times you go in there. Yeah, but one of the times you go in there, you at least want to get the 100 coin.
Yeah, there aren't actually 100 coins out in the base level, are there?
I don't think so, no. But you don't want to go into the volcano twice to get the 2, and then enter it a third time for hundreds by itself.
Yeah, especially with how much walking you'll probably have to do unless you just happen to get good spawns on the stars.
Ah yes, Bebop Bandit, the All Coins legend knows that there's 107 coins outside the volcano.
Ooh, interesting. And some people in chat claiming to be part of a dangerous organization known as the MU Gang. Not sure why you would run with such a group of scallywags and petty criminals.
She's getting bullied, bullying him back. Not even getting a coin for his trouble.
Is the coin supposed to be a reward or like the incentive for stealing? Because in that case, she's demonstrating just complete heartlessness, abusing that poor defenseless bully without even taking his money, just for the pleasure of seeing him in pain.
It's for reward.
As she's getting nearly bodied with that other bully. Okay, very interesting bouncing strats here. Seems to be working out for him though.
Okay. Getting that one coin. Huh. I think I think he potentially hit an invisible ceiling. I may have saw that though.
She does now have reds taken care of, and so it's going to be going ahead and trying to finish out 100 coin here. Knowing that there are exactly 107 coins floating around on this stage.
Wow, that coin ring is unfortunate. The other four should... What is he doing?
Oh, no! If he tried long jumping, it just didn't come out.
He should have turned
really
around.
Unfortunate.
I don't know why he tried doing that. That is the second time he's died on that star.
Yeah, and didn't he spawn it last time too, or at least he got close?
He was at like about 70 again.
Just absolutely devastating mistakes, as SimpleFlips meanwhile having trouble actually doing a basic jump dive into that red coin up a slope. And he's got 7 reds, but he's just going to go ahead and pop right in top of the pyramid. Don't exactly know what strategy he's adopting here.
I don't think there's 100 coins outside. So he must have just been collecting them for hundreds, because he already has a decent amount.
Yeah, you must be right, yeah. And with there's like, I think at least 20 just on the base with that blue coin switch. There's a lot inside the pyramid, so he must be shooting for that 100.
Yep, Bebop with the information again, 74 outside the pyramid.
And Bebop, what a absolute legend with all coins. I'm curious, do we also have any all signs runners in chat? All signs has always intrigued me as a category.
Is Alaris still here? I think he runs it.
Cheese, meanwhile, ooh, very nice little run through that tiny gap in the wall there. I actually never knew that was there. Interesting. That is correct. Simple cannot exit the pyramid now that he's entered it. There's no loading zone to go back to the outside.
Alright, so this is it. Goombas again, just teleporting.
Yeah, interesting despawn mechanics here. That's going to be a weird one, I feel like, to actually debug and figure out how to fix. Okay, but he does see a few coins over here. I feel like it's got something to do with, like, maybe if you could somehow, like, change internally where the game thinks that those coins should be spawning, at least for, like, the object culling. I don't know exactly what the fix would end up being, but I feel like there's some sort of way that like the issue must just be caused by some information not being properly updated on the new random positions, I feel like.
According to Luhu in chat, apparently the home spawner is also random. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. So, like, I'm assuming the spawner and the home spawner is slightly different, just in the sense that the Goombas can spawn somewhere and the home spawner is somewhere else, so they despawn like that.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm assuming that's my understanding of it.
And SimpleFlips going to be desperately trying to wall kick off of these moving platforms.
I forgot this strat existed. I've seen it before, but...
I never knew it existed. This is going to be wild if he's able to get it.
There you go.
Hogs in the chat. Beautiful. Those sort of strats where you're trying to get up from under an awning like that are just ridiculous.
Nice.
And Flip's gonna go ahead and flip his way into this nice, that was secrets, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Cheese trying to get this red coin, not having good luck.
Not able to get the ground pound out in the right height, it seems. Okay.
I should be able to get that.
Sliding all the way back down. Gonna have to go ahead and make his way back up there. Reposition.
There he goes.
Nice final ground pound there. And that's what we were talking about right at the beginning of the stream with SL, for whatever reason, really likes to spawn stuff on this lip right here. I think it just reads the lip as normal terrain for whatever reason, since it isn't acknowledged as a true wall. Because, like, if you've watched Pan and Koik's video on walls, ceilings, and floors, like, everything that the game does as far as, like, this is a wall, this is a sliding floor, this is a normal floor, that's all just determined based on, like, and so I guess that the walls of SL just happen to be at the right slope that the game reads them as a floor.
I mean, I would assume that the randomizer in general seems to just make sure that nothing spawns on a def plane anymore.
Yeah.
So, and since that it's not a def plane, therefore it is ground. That's my guess on the logic, I guess.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, look at that red coin
Unfortunately
right
not,
there. It is not a def plane, therefore it is ground. Ah, backwards speed.
Yeah, SimpleFlips with that unfortunate death there, as Cheese gonna go ahead and attempt to throw this Chucky here.
That was interesting.
And complaints on the commentator's mic in the chat, even though these same people claimed that it added a unique charm to my stream just last night. Can we get some come on bros at Senior Kittens? Alright, and not sure what Cheese thought he was gonna gain by shooting to this little island in the sky.
I mean, I don't know if he knows, but he'll have almost collecting that star. But I don't know if he knows yet that he'll have to climb or take the carpet all the way up to get the last red coin, but I'm assuming it's something like that. Because, like, if a red coin can go way out there, or way up there, then might as well check the island over there too. All right,
and
she's finding
spawning
a whole bunch
the
of stars.
extra box star, so that is going to be 3 stars just on the bottom of the Swingin' in the Breeze platform. A very fair and balanced rainbow ride.
Alright, SimpleFlips with 90 coins.
Yeah, certainly going to be at least a little bit Monka during this last little climb.
There's actually like that safety net the higher you are, because you can fall, but depending on how you fall, you have a better chance on landing it on something. Like,
yeah, it's just
like
you
right
have
there,
to
it
know
didn't
the
look
structure of the
intentional.
tower very well. Yeah, and like the better you know the way the tower is laid out, the better you're able to compensate and know that, like, oh, I just fell here, I need to go ahead and start holding right in order to land on solid ground.
Mm-hmm. There we
And
go.
very nice and handily surpassing 100. and with a cute little star right up top to boot, but he's obviously going to be going for reds instead. Interesting wall kicks from Cheese there, utilizing the last frame on a couple of them.
Alright, you found it. There we go. Alright, so Cheese...
Your Rock Band mic is better than my Guitar Hero mic. Fight me.
Alright.
Yeah, Cheese going to be going ahead and riding
carpet.
that carpet.
Yep.
He's figured it out.
Wow, SimpleFlips just getting in a fight.
Yeah, just absolutely bodying that chill bully there. Kind of an oxymoron. I mean, yes, he's physically cold, which I guess warrants the word chill, but I mean, he is still a bully. Very, very odd. See, Cheese is behind by a lot right now. I don't know why there's this ongoing debate over...
Ooh,
yeah, really? I don't remember there being that many rings at first. And that was certainly a Monka with...
Cheese, no.
Okay, yeah, he has pretty well ruined any chance. Oh! Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, rip to that last red. Very unfortunate.
You'll have to
Can we get some F's in the chat?
You'll have to take the carpet again. You should have waited for it to come back around.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He should have grabbed that last red and then like jumped back down for the 100 coin star later. And he does know the warp exists, it seems, but is gonna go ahead and take a pretty deep fall instead of that ledge grab there.
He's still not dead though. This is okay.
Yeah, still has plenty of health. Somehow still finding coins to go through, maybe some hearts to slap on occasion.
Alright, so he's taking the carpet again. Why
And
is Cheese
a little
behind?
flip.
Cheese is behind because he doesn't have as many stars.
Yeah, and just a ton of deaths is ultimately the problem. See, that's the thing. Like, I keep seeing this ongoing discussion in chat about, like, who's the better player. Ultimately, like, the big reason Cheese is so far behind is just those deaths. And SimpleFlips, I feel like his ROM hack experience may kind of allow him to better save things and, like, better recognize potentially dangerous situations. As he is just going at it
Why
with
haven't
these
I done?
coins.
Why haven't... This is what we need.
What? Did he do anything special for this? What's going on? I'm
He's
so
duping
confused.
it. If you leave it and like come back at like the right time, they just will duplicate themselves forever. It's pretty laggy on console because of all those extra coins, but that's a great start.
Yeah, I mean, nice way to go ahead and start out 100 coin. Okay.
These things are like what we need in like the 70 randomizer record. Because like doing something like that, like he's been in this stage for like less than a minute and is almost done with hundreds.
Yep, that's pretty insane. I need to practice that a little bit. So many strats that I need to practice just for randomizer. And just cannot seem to get a hold of that last little red here. And I think he was able to grab, nope. Very deceiving with the camera. She's finally able to get that last red.
Alright, now he has to remember where the star is, and I don't know where it is.
It's taking longer for SimpleFlips to get this red than it did for him to get all the way up to 80 coins.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Cheese, I'm not sure why he's going the way that he's going. Why is he not going for red star?
He doesn't know where it spawned.
What? Cheese, are you okay?
I mean, I don't remember, but I'm not the one playing.
It spawned over near Coin Maze. It was really, really easy.
Oh, like right next to the blue coin switch, right?
Yeah. It's basically vanilla. It's a very, I'm surprised he forgot about it. Please.
Alright, okay.
There he goes. He's gotta have target acquired now. He's
He
gotta
sees
know.
it.
Okay. And SimpleFlips going to be getting that last red in just a moment, hopefully.
Alright, he might... Alright, there he goes. He sees that red coin. No, he
Gonna
needs,
have to go all the way back over to the lake yet again.
he needs one more coin. Luckily, his original money bag is still there.
Yeah, having a little bit of trouble chasing after that singular coin, but that's okay.
She's just moving to move. That's all I saw there.
Do this to the start of Wet Dry World.
I don't know what he's doing.
I think
Didn't he get hundreds?
I thought he did. He may not.
What?
Oh, I think he was just grabbing those coins to replenish a bit of health, but interesting. We'll see if he grabs
Okay.
a star out of.
All right, there
yeah,
it goes.
that's definitely what he was looking for.
Alright, SimpleFlips also on the island now, realizing that there's nothing there. Oh, he must
Now,
not...
Artemis, I see that message in chat you just posted in response to people asking if you'll be at pace, and I think, you know, now is a very nice time to go ahead and bring up, as SimpleFlips grabs that 70th star, and normally this would be over, but we do have 50 more stars of action for you guys today. Artemis, would you like kind of telling us about what this stream is actually for today?
Yeah, I can do my best. So today is a fundraiser stream / hype stream about Pace. I believe Pace will be starting in 9 days. I believe it starts Thursday next week on the 26th. And this stream is all about hopefully getting some donations and helping the people who cannot fully pay for everything to get over to Pace. So that whether that may or not be just like flights or just attending the event itself. Overall, it goes for getting the runners to Pace, so that's what the stream is all about. So it'd be !fundraiser or donate, I believe, is also a command. I'd check those out, so hopefully we can get these runners to Pace, see more people there.
Yep, and if we do end up actually having extra funds after everyone's arrangements are taken care of, the extra funds will actually be going into the prize pool. So
Ooh.
pretty hype stuff, as Cheese hopefully on this third try is the charm. He does have the red star spawn. He has full health. I think he should be good.
That is a good idea, EBM, but I'm just doing what I've been told. Alright, SimpleFlips finding that box star.
Has SimpleFlips played Treasure World? Not sure, honestly.
Speaking of Treasure World, I'm gonna bring up Bitora actually finished all 182 stars recently on that hack. And I believe those were all save stateless, I believe. So it's pretty cool.
I've never actually seen Treasure World. I'm guessing it's a really insane hack.
Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know the last star, the reds in the last star, is considered one of like the hardest stars to exist.
Well, SimpleFlips must just... Has he already grabbed all of the... Okay, wait, what? He grabbed that star already, didn't he?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn he did.
I saw Cheese grabbing. I've seen him close to falling on it again, but... Alright, Cheese entering Womp's Fortress. Finally.
And confirming that Womps is in Vanish Cap, gonna have to either go with the save quit strats, and look at these piranhas just all lined up right in a cute little row.
make Cheese play better.
Well, Cheese is about to run away with a quick 100 coin star.
Nice.
Now, let's certainly hope that the reds aren't spawned, like, off of the fortress. Because remember what we were talking about earlier with slopes? Those same things apply to the edges of the fortress that have really steep slopes, but that aren't ultimately counted as walls.
So this one
So we'll see how many reds end up spawning there.
This one isn't actually as bad as originally thought, because I don't know if you've... I haven't really watched many people besides, like, Punkay do it. But he's had issues where, like, he's gotten where a coin tries to climb up and then, like, clips through it and then falls. But I think the entire issue there is trying to go back up rather than going just to the side to get to solid ground.
Yeah.
Cheese
ultimately, the main difficulty is just, like, if you mistime one of the jumps, you're just done. And yeah, very interesting. Just, I think, like, a bit too early on the long jump, ultimately. Not sure either why Cheese isn't opting to go ahead and just clip right through these whomps with a ground pound. Would make that whole process very easy.
If you jump on the back of them...
As he goes ahead and grabs this free one.
If you jump on the back of them, you got 5 free coins.
Or wait, I thought it was just, like, 1 extra freebie, and I didn't know, like, what the conditions were.
Nope. As long as they're face down, you can jump on them to get 5 extra coins. And then ground pound.
Oh. Interesting. As SimpleFlips with the non-latitude, non-bounce.
Wait, he's got one of the
Latitude to bounce.
stars. He's got one of the stars down there underneath the swinging and the breeze.
Yeah, I don't know what he's still messing around with here.
I don't
remember seeing anything up here on Tricky Triangles. Yeah. Very odd decision making from the Simple Flipper.
Alright, he's on his way down, checking boxes again.
Forgetting which box has the actual star in it. It is that one. And she's returning into Wet Dry World. I think we're about to see... Okay. Never mind. Stupid ledge getting in the way. I was going to say, I think we were about to see the cannonless town strat.
There we go.
I really love this. SimpleFlips moving into TTM real fast. Okay, look at that triple. Wow.
That was good.
Yeah, and the reds are spawning in really nice places for Cheese going through town here. Reds are known to have been a pretty big nuisance, and including in this version, so it's a good thing that they did actually decide to spawn inbounds completely. Fortunately, Mario's hitbox not extending downward enough. As SimpleFlip is going to simply flip through cow stage.
There goes one cat just giving up. I thought that comes back. I don't know why he decided to die.
Okay, now Cheese does have the opportunity to go ahead and move into... And he's not going to. I was going to say he could run into LLL real quick to go ahead and do the volcano stars that he's missed out on.
And hopefully 100 coins for the 3rd time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He still hasn't gotten his actual 100. He's only gotten reds. I forgot about that. And she's going to go ahead and grab one of these quick rainbow red stars. For a split second, I thought that Cheese was actually SimpleFlips' side, and I was like, but he already has those stars. What? She's going to go ahead and move into SL real fast as SimpleFlips getting a much better start to wing Mario over the rainbow. Okay, nice little spin into that star. Cheese making up some decent ground. Grabbing some nice quickies.
So there's a 16 star difference. However, a lot of those stars are long ones. And Cheese has found Juan's Fortress.
Yeah, which obviously going to be the source of a lot of really, really fast ones. Look at this flying from SimpleFlips now. Wow, very, very stable. He's able to put himself right at the height that he wants to very quickly. And
Oh,
nice
almost
7.
perfect.
Nearly, yeah, that was nearly a super, super solid 8.
Ah, missing it again.
Oh, okay. I hard disagree with that one. He deserved that.
Alright, that's still really good
Debated.
though. At this
Let's
point,
go
I
and
would have
grab
been
some
worried
debateds in the chat.
about the cap, but he knows his timer. He's all good. Alright, got
Yeah,
the cap
one just
refresh.
makes so- Yeah, you do not want wing cap to run out when you're cannoning up to the star right now. Okay, and she's going ahead and finally able to scoop that little red up from the maze. Now, can SimpleFlips get 3 stars in less than 50 seconds? I don't think it's very likely, but if he does, then, you know, very, very nice indication of sub 3 pace.
Be impressive. I'd like
Yeah,
to see
you know,
that.
it would certainly be nice to see someone manage to figure out how to skip the star grab cutscene, the save and continue cutscene, all that stuff.
I wonder, since SimpleFlips is on emulator, if he's going to insert the non-stop code real quick.
Could be, could be. And SimpleFlip's gonna go ahead and start doing TTM 100s. And this is another one that, like, this change I feel like didn't quite get the publicity it deserved. That the developers managed to fix the glitch that. Okay, SimpleFlips swimming out of bounds,
I didn't
unintentional.
know you could
mountain
just
flip.
long jump like that.
Yeah, mountain collision certainly is a fickle thing. But in like version 0.3, due to the way that the Monty Moles and the Bomb-Bombs could spawn randomly around the stage, it could actually trigger a glitch that existed in the original game, but like the conditions that were required to make it happen were very hard to execute in the original game. So it's in TTM, you would just randomly get crashes in Randomizer, and it didn't make a lot of sense until you actually like moved the camera around and saw what was happening. I think it's like the Bomb-Bomb is killing the Monty Mole off screen or something, and it causes some sort of issue because of the unloaded object. But the developers did manage to actually fix that in version 0.4, which actually solves a bug the original game had. So kind of an interesting little point there.
It's a strange bug. Huh. I guess that's something you wouldn't normally see, so... Which is a lot of these things, like backward speed. Like, you don't expect Mario to have backward speed, so they never put a cap on it.
Yeah, it certainly is something you don't really think about until you're, like, dealing with sliding back down or, of course, the backward long jumps.
Alright. Cheese going for HMC 100s again. Looks like he's doing a lot better than last time. Still is 11 coins to go, though.
You're getting nice and close, though. Which is certainly really good to see.
Alright.
And someone asking, is it possible for 2 stars to spawn in the same spot? If it is, you can't actually collect them simultaneously, because the second that Mario starts the star grab cutscene, he isn't actually able to interact with any other like movable object, like an enemy or a coin or anything, or a star.
Oh, so they... SimpleFlips... Okay, good. I'm okay with that. I thought he was stuck.
Yeah, would have been a very, very interesting soft lock there. Gonna go ahead and exit course. So he didn't actually get the 100 coin star then, right?
Nope.
He was only at like 60, 70, yeah. So
I
nice
thought they
little whip
fixed
there.
all slides to spawn at the top.
I guess they just didn't do it with that one because there's no star associated with it per se.
I guess, but that's a good amount of coins.
Yeah. Hopefully Bebop Bandit's still in chat to go ahead and let us know how many coins are up the mountain without it.
Alright, SimpleFlips starting with it. Nice! Spawning at the top.
Hog, let's go.
75 outside the slide, thank you. It's good
Nice little
information.
ground pound to go ahead and collect that first line.
Nice. Good enough.
Yeah, SimpleFlips with the ideal collection skills here.
This is
Maybe
going
not
really
the
well.
fastest strats ever, but when you're in Randomizer and the lines are just... Oh, what a rough line there. Missing 4 out of the 5.
Yeah, he's still got plenty though. Like what
Oh,
Bebop
yeah.
just said, 75 and...
He's going to be making out with 50 easy. Cheese with MIPS. I think this is his first MIPS grab. He may have grabbed one earlier, so may have to go ahead and grab this stupid rabbit one more time. And now SimpleFlips out of the slide, going to go ahead and finish up his 100 coin here on the Tall Mountain. Okay, he's certainly trying there. And gonna go ahead and kick that bomb right out of there. I really love the bomb kicks that he's doing just for kind of a little bit of extra flair.
Alright, getting the red coin again.
New nice quick rollout there. As Cheese, I think, yeah, he must just be... it looks like initially he was trying to make his way up to the top for that star, but ending up just going ahead and departing from the bottom like that.
Yeah, it was a weird decision, but you know. I get it. I get it. Oh, that wind gives me nightmares. It was really sad. Because one time I star spawned when like, so you know where the cannon spawns, there's the wind and everything, you can kind of go around like SimpleFlips did. My star spawned like right next to the cannon but over the wind, and I grabbed the star and then the wind was just infinitely pushing me up, so I couldn't escape because I was in the star. So all I could do was like, move my camera. It was a great way to lose a run, I guess. Alright, she's dying.
Oh, all you would have had to do was just move the camera? I didn't know there was actually any way to, like, grab the star in that situation then.
No, I'm saying all I could do is move the camera.
Yeah.
Like, moving the camera did nothing for movement, but that's all the movement I had available to me.
Yeah, that's why I always save continue when I'm doing randomizer. There's no point to do the save
yeah,
quit,
but
continue save.
the spawns randomized.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if I end up soft locking like that, it's not that big of a deal. I can just hit reset real fast. Even if the spawn like is permanent, like in a case like that, as long as you're not doing 120 randomizer, you can just kind of skip right by it, or even just change seeds for that 1 star.
Re-entering the seeds still broke the warps. The warps were not consistent in that case. Yeah, this was 0.3, so...
Yeah, 0.3 was so scuffed. If you ever got a game over or reset your console, then yeah, you had to re-find all of the entrances again. Even with the same seed. It was, for whatever reason, the entrances weren't actually tied to the seed like they should have been.
Mm-hmm.
What's world record? I'm not actually sure for a 120. I know that someone's gotten like a 109 in 70 star with a random seed, and
144.01. No, you're false. You're lying.
There's no way.
You're talking about the joke. That's not a good joke. I refuse.
Wait, what is that joke? Also, why did SimpleFlips just sit on that text box for a little while? Interesting strats here. And look at where SimpleFlips is at star count wise. Only 39 stars left to 120. And obviously one of them being in bits. '70 world record is a 102 now? Jeez. Ooh, SimpleFlips almost with the quick monkey grab. Yeah, gotta wait around a little bit for this monkey to go ahead and start screeching at you. And very ideal decision making from SimpleFlips here. As you can see, from him staying on top of the mountain rather than jumping down with the cage. Even though jumping down with the cage feels so satisfying, if the star spawns right up top, you just feel so dumb.
Yeah, I just don't even bother trying to jump down, because when that does happen, it's just,
You just feel so bad. Cheese seeming to not understand that there is not wind there.
Cheese doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, re-entering Rainbow Ride for whatever reason. Oh, okay, if you still have a couple of free stars, that's fair. Or naked stars, as I saw them referred to on the speedrun guide. Both of them taking very nice advantage of their very high life counts to just go ahead and take these deaths in some of the now useless stages like Wing Mario.
Oh, I thought he got all of these ones. Nope.
No, it was SimpleFlips that grabbed all of these, so he does still have one more star left here.
Alright. I don't actually believe Cheese to clutch it out in the last 20. I could see it. The only thing, like, maybe changing it all is DDD 100. They still have not gone back.
That's a big point, yeah, because neither of them has gone back for that, and I don't think either of them has figured out the blue coin. I mean, there's no reason for that.
Because clearly SimpleFlips didn't know. Cheese clearly didn't know. Otherwise they would have done it.
Okay, now Cheese with that nice HMC grab boosting himself over 70 as SimpleFlips trying to make his way through Wet Dry World 100 actually. Kind of surprised he didn't do this one already.
Alright, it's looking pretty good. Current randomizer world record is 439.36.
Pulling out that good old skater accent for a moment there. Current
Skater.
randomizer world record is a 49.36. I don't even know where that time came from. She's making a quick little stop to the pancake flipper though.
Pancake Jones.
Yep, shoutouts to Pancake Jones. Unfortunately not competing in this race, but competing in our hearts.
I think he's asleep.
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
When I woke up, he was still online, so he must have went to bed.
She's with these nice quick star grabs though, as SimpleFlips gonna have to go ahead and deal with red coins in town.
Yeah, so the things that are random about this are all these stage entries and the locations of all the objects. And the like the amount of stars to get into all the doors.
Yeah. So when you say objects, like just to clarify for anyone that doesn't quite know, that's obviously all of the boxes. So all the one-up, coin, and star containing boxes and caps. All the coins, all the enemies, and the stars themselves. And the stars follow the same rules that they originally followed to spawn. So like a star that originally spawns in a box will still be in a box, just the box will be in a random spot. But a star that's just naked in the level from when you first enter it, that star will still be naked in the level, just again position randomized. As cheese, okay,
You
nearly
figured it
saw
out.
blocking there. So yeah, also like any star, like for instance, chill with the bully, where the star spawns when you kill the bully. That same condition still applies, and that bully will be in the original position in the case of Snowman's Land. But where the star actually goes once you kill the bully is randomized.
I was gonna ask a stupid question, but I answered it. It's okay. We figured it out.
Artemis avoiding that public embarrassment just by the skin of his teeth. This is set seed because these guys wanted to use a seed that they knew 120 would be possible in. So this seed, neither of them actually know anything about this seed. It's just one that has been confirmed to be possible to get all 120 stars in. Yeah, so the positions of the King Womp and King Bombom are both randomized, but again, their star spawns are random. So, like, Bombom could, for instance, be on top of the floating island in the sky and then could yeet the star all the way up to his default position.
The seed is like a 08 something. I don't know. It starts with a 08.
Vijay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought about that. Occasionally, when I see your name, Artemis, I think about Always Sunny.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh man, you're missing out. Being that
I'm
this is a
missing out on a
family-friendly
lot.
channel, I need to go ahead and say, like, it is not a family-friendly show, but it is a very quality comedy.
I think
Anytime
maybe I've
anyone
seen
tries to
clips of
pull
it,
out
but
the, oh, people can't get away with making X joke in a sitcom anymore, just show them any episode of Always Sunny. That show is
yeah.
proof that, like, that is not a thing.
06819? Really? I thought it was.
That sounds right, yeah.
I thought it started with 08. I could be wrong though.
Looking at the seed, it makes sense why you would think that, because the 8 is so close to the start. So G's making some really nice progress on 100 coin, though.
There, good. SimpleFlips actually using it. Thank you. I can sleep happy tonight.
And Cheese with that last coin to finish out 100. And SimpleFlip's gonna go ahead and interesting strat there.
It works.
I'm glad it worked.
I mean, he has 5 coins he needs to get before. Or 4 at least. Wait, no, 5. I can't math. I'm really bad at math recently.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Commentators finally allowed to leave the booth and sleep. You thought?
Nah, not yet. I woke up not that long ago.
We would maybe be allowed to leave if there were an exit, but they actually built the booth around us to make sure that we could never leave.
We didn't really get a choice in the matter. It just happened.
Yeah, we just went to sleep and then woke up one morning with the booth around us. You thought we volunteered for this? This is just some weird social experiment. We actually have no idea how we got here. It's like Cube, except with SM64 commentary added on top of it.
This is not... it's okay. No, it's not. Is it? I don't know, actually.
So he's got this 1 coin in the bottom. I guess if there's like a bully or something, maybe? I really have no idea.
I think maybe the 2 coins over an elevator tour. I think those are
stationary. One from a
stationary.
bully, and he does manage to get back on top of the ledge. Thank you for slapping the heart, SimpleFlips, saving our hearts from future attack.
Yep, the other coin spawning and despawning was one of the bully stars. Alright, so
Okay,
it does,
nice
remember, yep, there we go. I was right. Remember, chat, even though it looks like Cheese is catching up, that may be true. However, remember that he has found Wom's Fortress.
Yeah, he still has a lot of long boys to go through that SimpleFlips was able to get through pretty early on, pretty quickly without dying.
Cheese and DDD.
Is he maybe trying to go back for 100 coin?
He didn't collect any in the first half.
Well, I mean, if he knows about the blue respawning, then that could just be because he knows that he's about to get an extra 3.
Ah, there he goes.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and collect the caps. No caps required, fortunately. I wonder if anyone's actually gotten a star spawn inside that cage yet. Because that'd be really unfortunate.
Wait, he hasn't entered Fire Sea yet? Huh. Now we can do Aquarium.
Yeah, just a nice, peaceful little swimming star. And again, just real fast, you know, anytime anyone's swimming, I feel the need to go ahead and take a little pause. And just remind everyone why we're all here, of course. The PACE hype stream, PACE coming up on April 25th. That is going to be just an absolutely legendary event, I feel like. The speedrunning world has for a while been craving a truly professional marathon like GSA is offering, and I'm super hyped to actually be able to be there live and experience that with all of you. And of course, this stream is a fundraiser to help other people also experience that. You know, all of our runners, we got a number of them from overseas with some pretty significant travel expenses. So everything you donate will be going towards those travel expenses and such, to make sure that everyone that qualified for PACE is able to get there.
A lot of great players coming to PACE, and I'll be really excited to meet them all in person.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay, so SimpleFlip's gonna go ahead and go for secrets. Not able to land right on it, unfortunately. As Cheese gonna be moving down into... Oh, you know what? I don't think Cheese is... Has Cheese done Fire Sea Reds yet?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he has. So, I mean, obviously grabbing this star now, but he's gonna have to go back for that down in Metal Cap stage at some point. And SimpleFlips going ahead and killing the big bully, forgetting that he already massacred him and stole his power star. You know, just absolute ruthless bloodshed in the Mushroom Kingdom here. Cheese, yeah, Cheese is just polishing off DDD at this point, it looks like. Has narrowed the lead down to 10 stars, but yet again, you know, a lot of that is just quickies that Cheese is taking care of that SimpleFlips still hasn't quite gotten to just yet. Now, I think this is SimpleFlips' first attempt on Reds. Hopefully the Cheese curse will not apply on his end of the screen.
It's looking pretty good so far.
Eel just yeeted the star. That is what Eel is wont to do, yes. We've got an extra couple of Reds. Just kind of chilling somewhere.
Oh.
Ooh, SimpleFlips losing the shell to that unfortunate flamethrower.
That's not that bad, though. He did have to come back over here anyway without the shell so he can get this red coin. And he only has one more, so... should be pretty good.
Kind of curious why he's not, like, pausing to try to see where it could be on the level, since pausing does give you that, like...
Nah, he saw it. I'm fairly sure. Because he already knows it's this direction.
Oh, yep. Is SimpleFlips as far ahead as it looks? He's actually probably a little bit further just because of the number of really long stars that he's gotten. He, especially early on, was doing a lot of hundreds and reds, so that I think is going to contribute a lot to a significant lead. Like
Yeah,
the end.
he was doing all those hundreds and reds in the beginning, and still ended up being like getting a huge lead from that, which seems like
Yeah,
it wouldn't be the case.
Cheese, meanwhile, unfortunately failing the cannonless town entry. He's 1 for 2 on that. Let's see if he can make that 2 for 3.
There we go.
And it's good. Nice. This seems like something SimpleFlips would be good at. Oh, for sure. I mean, SimpleFlips demonstrating why you would think he'd be good at it because he's so good at it right now.
Definitely goes into like some stuff he'd definitely be interested in.
Yeah, and just like the time spent playing all sorts of ROM hacks and just getting used to, not only just getting used to Mario's movement, but getting used to doing unfamiliar movement constantly. Even though, like, you know the levels themselves really well, the coin layouts being randomized obviously puts a lot of wrenches in, like, the 100 coin chain, the star position. Oh, no! She's starting on top of the house. Could have ended up actually navigating his way over to that red and skipping the carpet ride this time around. I think he's already got his reds, though, but getting bodied by that Lackitude instead, what a big oof. Able to make his way down to this platform, though.
Alright, at least he knew where the star was. Knew what he needed.
He knew what he wanted, and he knew how to get it. That was Cheese's last Rainbow Ride star. Oh, okay. I thought he'd already gotten reds, but I wasn't quite sure. As he's going to go ahead and make a quick trip to Womps. If you had a nickel for every time someone said, "Are they racing the same seed?" you'd put them in a sack and smack someone with it.
That is
okay.
Interesting.
And that's savage. Nickels in a sack are deadly.
You know what? They probably mean the money bags that you see in SL. They'll just infinitely dupe them.
Get yourself infinite money and the ultimate beatdown weapon.
Yeah, they'll lag them until they crash. Metal cap in this seed was Fire Seed.
Yeah. SimpleFlips making quick work of these bullies to go ahead and spawn the big brother over on that later platform.
Yeah, so chat, if you guys can answer a question for me, who is ahead right now? Is SimpleFlips as far ahead as he looks? If you guys could answer that for me, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm never quite sure if SimpleFlips is actually ahead.
It says it at the top? I thought that was a lag counter.
You think SimpleFlips is slightly behind? Yeah, that sounds right to me.
I could see that happening.
Yeah. And the double big bullies on SimpleFlips' screen here is able to go ahead and buffalo them both into the lava.
There's
You know, here's your quick little interesting lesson of the day. Did you know that the word buffalo repeated 7 times is actually a grammatically correct sentence?
Can you explain why?
So you have to understand the numerous, like, various meanings of the word buffalo. Namely, there's one that has fallen out of common use, like to bully. So, like, if you're buffaloing someone, that's like bullying them. Okay. And it's I forget the exact structure of the sentence, but you're effectively saying that Buffalo originating from Buffalo, New York, bully each other or something like that. It's if you look up just Buffalo on Wikipedia, you'll find the article I'm talking about, and it breaks down like what exact part of speech each word is.
Interesting. I've never heard of this.
It's really fascinating. Go look it up. It's really cool. Okay, so SimpleFlips is back in DDD and he's grabbing coins. Hmm.
He is 20. So he must know something.
Something's definitely up. Something's definitely up. Oh, it's 8 buffaloes, not 7. My bad.
I think he knows.
He must know.
Yeah,
Oh,
he knows for
just
sure.
Getting yeeted right off that sub. I wonder if he remembered it or if someone informed him. Because SimpleFlips is actually streaming on an alt account to prevent any sort of spoilers, so kind of interesting how exactly he knows.
I could see it happening either way. Yeah, 100% knows. Because
Yep.
like he got as far to cloning. So I'm sure he's probably put thought into it, at least in the back of his mind, to finally figure out what's going on, so.
So he does actually respawn here. Oh yes, the clarification in chat. Buffalo from Buffalo, 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 that Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. You're basically saying the Buffalo from Buffalo, New York are bullying other Buffalo from the same area that are also bullying other Buffalo. It's very unfortunate that I don't think PayPoG is actually enabled in this chat. Cheese with the... I'm not sure what Cheese was trying to go for, and wall kicks will work here.
Huh? Did his star spawn in that? I saw a shadow.
Yeah, I didn't see a star or anything there. I don't understand what he was... Like, he must have just spawned there, and then... I don't know.
No, I mean, he has
really
117 coins, so... He must have gotten down there on purpose.
This works for all blue coin triggers. I think in theory it would, but this is just the...
In this at least, yes.
Yeah, so like this one is, I think, the only one where you actually have a loading zone to access where you can go back and forth. Like, Wet Dry World, for instance, you can't get back out of town to be able to re-trigger the initial blue coins.
Just get a whole bunch of firsties.
Forehead.
It's that easy.
And just get really lucky with the water level spawn forehead.
It's that easy, my friends.
Oh, it's possible in THI as well. Did not know that. Thank you for the clarification.
That makes sense. That's probably pretty easy to do too.
Yeah, just hop in the pipe, hop right back out.
06819. There you go. No, we talked about DDD 100. We were talking about the blue switch.
Eight stars is not a lead. Well, it is a lead when a number of those 8 are reds and 100 coins.
70 stars is not a lead.
Forehead. MU doesn't give advantage forehead.
I think the seed command exists. Yes, it's the same seed. There you go. That's very informative. I don't know how to use this. I'm assuming it's edit com exclamation point seed.
Artemis out here revealing all of the elite mod hacking language that we use to make our commands in the back room.
I figured it out.
SimpleFlips is going to be finding womps here. Very nice.
Wow, Troy just ruining all my hard work. immediately editing the comm after I already edited
Yeah,
it.
can we get a come on bruh at Troy? Cause look at Troy just being a bully here, editing that command that Artemis works so hard on.
I spent a good 30 seconds trying to figure out how to do it, and then just take that away from me. This guy's Buffalo.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's how that
Troy
works,
of Athens,
but I'll
Buffalo,
try.
buffaloing, buffaloed.
Alright.
Is SimpleFlips actually factually ahead in the amount of stars he has collected? Unsure.
I don't know. I still think
Please
it's a lag
restate
counter.
query. Wait, you're thinking it's a lag counter? I thought it was dust frames. My bad.
I've
I
seen
don't know
both.
what I'm thinking. Well, let's go ahead and see that. There's a little bit of dust there. Did it increment? I didn't see.
I don't think so. No, right there it would have incremented. For sure.
Oh no, no, it's not a dust counter. Okay, it might be XCam timer then.
Possibly. I could see that happening.
It's an A press counter. Well, you can't say an A press is, or an A press is an A press. You can't say it's only half. Nice 5 kicks there. Okay, I see what you're talking about now.
Yep. It's sub count. Oh, alright.
Is there a taser on this flight? What?
A tasser, probably. That's probably what they
Oh,
meant.
okay.
Alright, SimpleFlips getting the 100 coin.
Cheese with the just absolutely abysmal attempt at a takeoff there, unfortunately.
Jeez, what?
Make
This
your way
gameplay
up
is
the slope,
confusing.
please. Thank you.
What? How
Very,
big is
very
Cheese's
odd,
lead?
unfortunate everything happening on Cheese's screen right now.
How big is Cheese's lead? Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
No stupid questions is not available. To page this person, please slam your forehead on your keyboard now. Press 1 to show feet. Whoa, that's too far. That is too far.
Too far.
This is a family-friendly channel. Yeah, while everyone is frantically slamming their face into their keyboard, friendly reminder that pace registration is still open, as per whoever said that in chat.
I missed that. I just saw a whole bunch of ones and a whole bunch of spamming of keyboards.
I mean, chat is very good at listening to directions today. I do have to give y'all that.
Alright, everyone, smile for Snowhead.
Yeah, what is the equivalent of Snowhead in this randomizer? I guess SimpleFlips having to repeatedly go outside just for Womp's Fortress.
Yes, that's accurate.
You get your smiles out, everyone.
I don't know if I don't think Cheese has gotten the Toad Stars.
I think he's grabbed like 1. I seem to remember him getting at least 1. Yeah, because he nearly ran past it and had to kick back into it.
Okay, because I don't think he's gotten either of the ones by THA.
Yeah, the one that he grabbed was the basement one, and I think the toads are still kind of restricted to their normal areas, right?
Yep. Normal as in like the loading zone areas.
Yeah, so like the floor they're on is the same. It's just...
Yep.
It's just you could have like all 4 of the lobby ones in JRB or something.
Yep.
What's really fun is having ones inside the bit staircase.
Yep. Punkay had a seed recently where that was where the Toad was. And he was not happy. He even like looked
Let's
everywhere.
be real
too.
though, is Punkay ever happy?
No, I beat him in Monopoly last night, and he was not happy.
Oh, jeez. Monopoly is such a time commitment. How can you lose that game and be not even like remotely tilted?
The 2 games I've played, I've won both. So
Monopoly's
I'm doing
okay.
pretty good.
Public service announcement here. If you play Monopoly with house rules, you're ruining the game for yourself and everyone else involved. Don't play Monopoly with stupid house rules. Don't make free parking a money space. Don't like
Free
just
parking is
don't do
bad.
stupid crap. Just follow the rules in the book. They're made that way to be balanced. If you play Monopoly and every time you play it becomes an unbalanced just crapshoot, that is why. It's because you're playing with house rules.
We started auctioning things. It was great. So like if somebody can't buy something, then it goes up for auction.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And that was great because at one point I had like almost 3,000 and everyone had like less than 500. So I was like, oh, that's green? I'll buy that for $2. And we're like, you're gonna win, so yeah.
Wow. Rigged. Free parking money is how you balance it. I don't know what sort of Monopoly you've been playing, but I feel like someone's like scribbled on your board before you got a hold of it or something. Auctioning is in the rules. Yeah, but like I think the auction is supposed to start at like the price that the building would normally cost or something. There's some rule to prevent you from being able to get Boardwalk for $5. I know that much. There's something in the rules to prevent, and even
that.
then, like as much as I'm complaining about like house rules making the game unbalanced, the whole point of Monopoly existing is to demonstrate how capitalism can quickly lead to income inequality. Like the game was literally made by someone that lost his job in the Great Depression and wanted to like have a good demonstrative piece of like this is why the Great Depression happened.
And it was fantastic, and I've won every game.
Imagine telling people how to play Monopoly.
Well, I mean,
is
like,
there even a race happening? There is a race happening. It's just SimpleFlips is very far ahead, cleaning up some pretty free stars overall, like getting through Lump's Fortress and such.
You say SimpleFlips is ahead, but is he really ahead?
I'm really not sure. You know, that 101 stars could just be a placeholder. He could have spliced without us realizing it.
That's completely possible. We saw what happened before this race started, like the first attempt. He jumped from 0 to 6. This guy can't be trusted.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Justilus pointing out here, SimpleFlips is back in BBH. He must be behind. Certainly very true.
That's right.
You know,
but
must have had some sort of devastating issue that caused him to reset, and that 101 stars is just a placeholder number.
But Cheese is in Lump's Fortress. So Cheese is actually behind.
Yeah, but I mean, both of them, you know, I have either of them gotten the Ocarina of Time yet, or was that actually in the Spiritual Stone slot? I'm not completely sure anymore.
I'm not sure.
And in fact, did SimpleFlips just get long shot? I'm not. I wasn't quite paying attention. Cheese was doing really, really bad during the Morpheal fight.
I think Cheese missed the cutscene skip, so that's why he lost so much time.
Yeah, that makes sense. And SimpleFlips with the nice long jump island hop strats here. Gonna grab wing cap while talking to King Bob-omb. Interesting.
Is there a GSA suggestion box? You can, I believe there might be in the GSA Discord. I would believe so. And even if not, you can feel free to whisper any of the mods who are here now, including myself, about suggestions, and we always bring them up to see what can be improved about the stream.
Now, with that being said, if I get 50 whispers saying play Old Town Road more often, someone's getting dead. Which also, as per the Streisand effect, I'm going to check my whispers in 20 minutes, and there are going to be 70 people telling me to play Old Town Road there.
Yeah, I'm prepared for it.
I'm sorry for introducing you to this. I really threw your whisper box under the bus with this one.
This is okay. Like I said, I'm prepared.
I mean, I'm sure it's not any worse than whatever you received from Punk AA.
That's all in Discord.
Oh, that's right. It's not next to your downloads folder? Got it. Okay, SimpleFlips working his way nicely through BOB 100. This is actually one that Cheese did before him, so kind of interesting to see.
Cheese just taking damage, but getting the star. Nice.
Fortunately, both these guys are actually aware of how the game works and like are fully conscious while they're playing it. There was one randomizer I was doing that I actually got wing cap reds on like a pretty good flight arc and then collected the star out of midair without ever hitting the switch. I was so, and I think wing cap was actually in metal cap or something ridiculous like that.
That's like
and so I was so mad afterward. I was like, I almost did so good. Yeah, Cheese with that nice quick stage exit here. Exactly 10 stars behind still. Ooh, yeah. Have they both taken care of the ending of CCM? Ooh, yeah. Cheese still has a couple of stars to fill in.
SimpleFlips has.
Has he even done the snowman's head? I didn't actually see him do that.
I did see him do that.
Cool. You know, SimpleFlips making some really stellar time right now. Only has 18 stars left, 17 if you don't count bits. So, pretty good. Gonna go ahead and body that Koopa, just trying to make his way back to his shell. You know, especially in 120-star randomizer, you really get to see all of Mario's very twisted tendencies. Namely, just every time he bodies a Goomba for his shell like that, the Goomba just goes chasing all the way across the stage after him. You can tell the shell a very, very vital part of the Koopa's existence. But ultimately, Mario needs it more. Are Koopa shells the equivalent of ivory in the Mushroom Kingdom? I've never wondered about anything more significant in my life.
I have not thought about that.
Yes, Koopa definitely equals Goomba. My bad on that one. They're both around the same shape and size and have various similar characteristics.
Like evil. They're the same color. They're the same size.
Yeah, yep.
They're even the same shape.
If you cut off the Koopa's neck, it looks like a Goomba just recolored.
Is this true?
You can't explain that.
I'm okay.
And SimpleFlips searching around for the piranhas. Cheese has already found those, so that's gonna be a nice little boost for Cheese if SimpleFlips does take a little while to find them himself.
They weren't in that bad of locations from what I remember Cheese doing.
Yeah, there weren't
like,
any
where
like
they
on
could
top
be.
of rock ridges or anything like that, and I don't think there were any in like really far off corner. Okay, so Cheese going to be commentator falling asleep right now due to Cheese's slowness getting down this ice slide with the penguin. But Cheese is now going to be going ahead and grabbing this star that just got yeeted. Who even knows where?
Thank you, chat, for
yeah,
bringing it up.
you're just gonna have to leave and come back.
Supposedly, I haven't even noticed, and I'm like, I can hear the audio. The game audio is desynced.
Quality restreamer here, doing a just stellar job with quality control.
I'm commentating, okay?
Yeah, shoutouts to official Artemis64 for.
All right, I'm gonna restart it.
And, you know, absolutely synchronized gameplay as somehow SimpleFlips has lost 11 stars and is now sitting pretty firmly right beside Cheese in both star count and position in this level. This is just some pretty insane sync.
GSA sync in chat.
Spliced.
Okay, there we go. It should
And
be...
now SimpleFlips reclaiming those 11 stars as he is back in TTM somehow, or THI, sorry. Can Cheese still come back? Well,
Is Cheese in the lead though?
yeah, how can it be a comeback if he's already in the lead?
He's
You
been
can't
here
call
for
it
years.
a comeback if you came back from the front. SimpleFlips can't do Alice. See, stuff like that is what's ultimately going to make this difference for Cheese and really put him in a position to just take this game by a landslide. And Cheese still having to go ahead and clear out a couple more stars in CCM. He should be able to, yeah. Snowman's lost his head. Haven't actually been able to see this in a randomizer yet, so this one should be pretty interesting.
It's like the same thing, but the star spawns somewhere. It's great. Imagine if like the head itself just spawned somewhere.
Is it first to 120 or first to 120 and beat Bowser? Well, considering that the actual 120 star category requires you beat Bowser, this category also requires that.
That would make sense.
SimpleFlips isn't streaming for you. SimpleFlips is using an alt so that people don't spoil where various stars and coins and such are. Because in the past, when he's tried doing Randomizer on his home stream, people have been kind of not great, so...
I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's streaming right here. I mean, I see his name and everything.
Yeah, you know, I'm assuming that this is gameplay from SimpleFlips. I've seen about a requisite number of mistakes, you know, not absolutely perfect, so he certainly did not hand the controller to that task guy or whoever.
Maybe I accidentally pulled up Based Earn God's stream.
Shoutouts. Certainly the most interesting stage RTAs I've ever seen.
There you go. That's the clip. It's that easy.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Yeah. You just do the thing, and then you do the thing with the delayed thing, and
Yes.
then you struggle like crazy to find the Wiggler loading zone, and then just fall right through the stage, and somehow end up back in the water. Okay. Okay, Flips. What are you doing?
It's Cheese playing onto controllers, and he is racing himself. Oh, okay. So this is Cheese. Cheese versus Cheese.
And SimpleFlips, it looked like he was so lost trying to find the Wiggler loading zone that he then proceeded to try to dive right into the red coin loading zone. And just huge nope.
Supposedly he was looking for stars, but I don't think he's done Wiggler though.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have been looking for... Yeah, that I really don't know. Very odd. Okay, Cheese gonna be attempting the toxic BLJ yet again. He was looking for feet. Huh.
Hunt Stevens chat coming out.
And SimpleFlips, has he still not done piranhas?
No.
That could be... Ooh, okay, interesting. Yeah, because whenever he was doing piranhas earlier, he tried to go for that. I guess he just could not find the last couple. So there should be one over here somewhere, right? Yeah. So and the last one isn't in that weird of a spot, I don't think.
There we go. Cheese finally going to do Fire Sea Reds.
Now, has he seen those other red spawns that are lower down? Does he know just how bad those are yet?
No, he spawned at the top, and this is his first time entering the stage.
He missed the last piranha and couldn't find it. Ah, I see. And Piranha Flower successfully plucked. Gonna be making his way over to Race Cooper the Quick now.
Cheese is doing this really well, actually. Oh, missed it.
Commentator's curse fully in effect this season.
That's all right.
You know, we haven't had very many instances where it applied, but this time around, it really came with a vengeance.
I mean, from what I've been told, Cheese is in the lead, so I was just hoping that it would be a little more balanced after that.
Yeah, you know, got to give SimpleFlips a chance here. Ultimately, came into this matchup very, very underfavored. You know, honestly, I'm not even sure why we called this a race rather than just a simultaneous exhibition. Just because SimpleFlips, you know, he came into this really not expecting a whole lot more than like just to finish today. As long as he was able to finish before the calendar changed to the next day, that was fine by him.
I mean, I didn't really have plans for the next couple of days, so if he wanted to just stick around and finish it up in the next day or two, I was okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, same here. It's not like I'm trying to do all this commentary off of a phone hotspot, and I'm probably reaching just insane data overages right now. Also, yeah, shoutouts. If you remember the roboting at the very beginning, what fixed that was me like throwing my phone over at a window. And not literally throwing, but I just like threw it on top of a windowsill, and it suddenly got 4 bars, and here we are with an actually reliable connection. As Cheese, meanwhile, is that red where I think that is, or did I just miss-see that? It looked like there was a red in just a really jank spot.
I just started looking again. But this is not good, just because Cheese has no health, no coin up here. He can't burn on the lava. He has to turn back around.
Yeah, and where even are the hearts? Oh, and there it is. There's the bonk of the century. Level 17 bonk right there. He died to dead, yes. Gonna go ahead and exit course here. SimpleFlips, meanwhile, is making his way through JRB 100. Nice, calming star.
Level 1 Cheese, level 100 SimpleFlips.
That's how Mario works.
I think so.
And now we see on the Randomizer channel the SimpleFlip making his way very stealthily through these last 10 of the 100 coins. One of the Mario's least recognized but also most significant natural predators. And we'll have to watch and see here if some of these coins end up actually coming from the Stealthus genus, which are capable of remaining fully visible to the Mario all the way up until near capture, and then vanishing without a trace in the blink of an eye, as the Mario spawns this very, very nice clean star. Okay, I just have to take a moment. Hoya saying Cheese getting waxed. You're not going to take the opportunity to say Cheese getting graded here? How uncreative are you?
Will the Bomb King grab him immediately?
We're about to find out.
Yes.
And he does. Yay!
I wasn't sure.
Just getting completely bodied.
I want everyone to keep in mind that Cheese has also not done DDD 100 yet.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he even knows about the blue coin trick yet.
I don't think so, which is why he's probably delaying it so much.
So he's going to have to go ahead and either just lure the Bomb King or just go ahead and throw him. Can we have some train sounds with blizzards outside ASMR, please? Here's my suggestion.
Honestly.
I mean, it is. But my suggestion to you would be to go to a train station and go ahead and wait about, let's see. Go ahead and wait like 6 months so that it gets to October and it's about wintertime again, and you should have all your needs taken care of. SimpleFlips just got no coins for extra reasons as commentator, mixing up that sentence midway through and just committing to it. Seems to be unsure of where exactly the red coin star spawned. Is going to just go ahead and take that, which star is that instead? That's going to be the metal cap. Oh, no. Oh, wait, what? Where was the red spawner? Interesting. Interesting. The actual, like, star that should have been there was just completely absent. Very odd. And SimpleFlips showing a huge aversion to SSL, it appears.
Which I believe is Dark World, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yep, Dark World is going to be SSL. Hopefully he's using a tracker, and so he knows that.
I'd believe so.
What are you watching, Joyful Clover? You are watching Mario 64 Randomizer. This is a race between Cheese and SimpleFlips, two really well-known, in Cheese's case, a SM64 speedrunner and current world record holder for 120 star. In SimpleFlips' case, he mainly plays ROM hacks, and kind of interesting to see how their skill sets are benefiting them in completely different ways here. So both of them very skilled at the game, albeit in completely different contexts. And they are going to be going for all 120 stars in this randomizer. In case you're not familiar with Randomizer and you're just popping in here, all of the coins, boxes, stars, enemies, basically anything that could move in a level is going to be randomized. So, like, for instance, in CCM, those snowmen that hop across that bridge that are really annoying, you know the ones. They're actually, like, in completely random spots. In this case, whenever he ends up getting the star out of Talon's grip, that star is going to just go to a random spot in the stage. Just different stuff like that. What is the blue coin trick? So in DDD, the blue coin switch can actually be respawned. So you can get infinite coins in DDD off of the blue coin switch.
Nice. Just
yeah, you
nice.
just got to grab one more red. It's almost over. It's almost over. Very nearly getting the triple there, just not quite able to swing it. She's got to slide down just a little bit more. Okay. And it's spawning right underneath that little rooftop. Gonna have to make his way back over one last time to the introductory area. As SimpleFlips with that interesting eel yeet. That eel must have just insane tail strength to be able to yeet that star that far. Say that 20 times fast. Yeet that star that far. SimpleFlip's gonna be making quick work of that bomb, or sorry, Cheese. So wait, is Cheese going for 100 coin or something? Why? That I don't think that can work. Unless he's gonna be going inside the pyramid and just doesn't care about the red coin star, but seems like an odd choice. You just joined. How's it going? It's going pretty decent. This has been a pretty interesting race so far. Okay. Okay, I was about to say, I thought SimpleFlips had already made his way through Fire Sea Reds, so kind of confused to see him back there like that, but... Did anyone clip Flip's blue coin trick? I don't think anyone clipped it. Because it's not super precise or anything. It's just you have to know to hit the blue coin switch and then leave the area and come back through the loading zone.
Are they on the same seed? Well, let's take a look at this title here. 120 star randomizer race, same seed. I don't know.
You know, maybe even putting the Nightbot command could answer the question, but not likely. You know, unfortunately, this channel, very low information. Nothing is really clarified. Everything about as clear as that Bob-Omb's dancing animation on Cheese's screen.
This is pretty unprofessional. Might have to give them some suggestions.
Yeah, you know, may have to go ahead and fire the restreamer and commentator.
No, I'm not ready.
Is Flip really that far ahead? Well, let's see. He has 111 stars. And a number of the stars that he has left are relatively fast ones in, for instance, THI or SSL. So you tell me.
I'm not sure. I still don't know if we've decided if that's actually a star counter.
And D whatever saying that he loves me. Thank you so much. I love you too, D. And she's gonna not be going for this star since he's still on his way on that 100 coin grind. Is head really a simple flips? Nani?
This is an interesting point of view. I'll have to bring it up to the data analysis.
Kowalski analysis. Simple flips with that nice little yeet across the volcano.
Is head
your
really
final
a
pathology
simple
exam tomorrow help you out, commentators? Well, judging off of commentators curse, I feel like me even mentioning that you need help is probably going to unfortunately give you bad luck. So I'm sorry about that. But I do wish you good luck.
Curse.
I do hope it goes well. It's just commentators curse has not been the most friendly thing in the past.
What is SimpleFlips doing? Offering the bunny to Toad. Maybe a peace offering.
You know, maybe trying to bribe Toad with that premium meat here.
Can we get some bups in chat?
Also, someone asking, can commentators focus on the run?
There's a run?
Yeah, I just thought this was a just chatting stream. I haven't even been looking at the screen. What game is this again? Super Luigi Bros. U?
I didn't realize this run. Hold on. Let me get my script. Alright, I'm ready. I got it open. Let's see what's gonna happen next. Ooh, this will be interesting, guys.
Now in possession of SSL 100 real fast.
SimpleFlips dying.
What a death. Wow. Okay.
That was pretty good. Is this Super Mario 64? Oh, I picked up the wrong script. Hold on. I gotta...
Did you pick up the Galaxy one again?
Spoilers.
We're never running Galaxy. Stop. Just throw that script out.
Wow, I'm taking that as direct offense to me.
I didn't say Yoshi's Story. Calm down.
I am a Galaxy runner.
Interesting choices in speed games then. So let me get this straight. You choose one speed game that requires you just endlessly point at the screen, and then another one that looks really easy until you actually see the inputs involved, and then you just wonder why, God, why?
Yeah. That's what the script said.
Oh, okay, I see. When are we gonna see a Hotel Mario race when you leave? SimpleFlips with that ground pound, level 17,000.
Lunar, to answer your question, no, just because the final star door is actually locked at 70 stars. However,
Yeah,
I'm sure you could probably get people to make one where it's not unlocked.
And I was gonna say too, in the development Discord, they've been talking about making a version that has an adjustable star count requirement on that final door, and so you could adjust it to 16 for that.
Nice. I can't wait to see 45-star runs again. What is she's doing? I just noticed.
Basically, BLJ with a shell. Really, really wild. Cheese is griefing. Yeah. I feel like that's the case.
Well, I can't believe he just died on Snowhead. It might be a reset.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Okay, so SimpleFlips checking through his stages, not exactly sure of what he still has left to go here. Was trying to warp to a parallel universe. I don't know if he was quite QPU aligned though.
The baby fish.
The baby fish bop. Baby shark do baby.
Okay, so I have a story. I have a short story. It's short. So I work at a food business establishment that I'm sure a lot of you actually know, but I'm just not going to say it for good reasons. Anyway,
Long John Silver's.
Sure. So when an order pops up on the screen for a while, and like an online order comes up, a sound has to play so we know it exists. For a short while, my boss put Baby Shark as the sound.
How? Why didn't you quit? Like, I not even just out of a like preference for working in a non-hostile work environment, but like I would like to be able to stay sane.
It only lasted for like 2 weeks, so.
If it ain't Taco Bell, you're banned. Yeah, why do you think that Artemis didn't just say what place it was? It obviously is not Taco Bell. And obviously we have a sponsorship deal with Taco Bell now.
As we can see with Simply.
Oh, yeah. Shoutouts to Simp Dad. Let's get some Simp Nuts and some Simp Slaps in the chat if you got them.
Baby Shark is an amazing song.
I bet you also like Old Town Road. Please leave. I'm gonna ride down to the... I was gonna try to fuse Baby Shark and Old Town Road. Then I realized that I haven't been exposed to the torture that is Old Town Road enough yet to like actually know the lyrics.
The metal version of Baby Shark.
Why does there have to be a insert genre here version of everything?
She's making the same death I think SimpleFlips did.
Really unfortunate, especially given that SimpleFlips is 3 stars away from being in go mode. Horses in the back. That's like
okay,
the only
Punkay.
line that I can remotely think of. Yeah, my other question is, how much debt is Billy Ray Cyrus in that he had to do that song? I don't feel like he did that out of his own free will.
Not enough.
Honestly, like for subjecting us to it, not enough. No amount of money could have been enough. What I think the most unfortunate thing is, though, is the resulting popularity of Old Town Road means that there's going to be more, in massive air quotes, music like that in the future. I'm not looking forward to that. Like, are we gonna see Lil Tay X John Cena next or something? I'm not. I no. Nothing is okay about this.
That would be something.
That he could still get on a song bigger than theirs. Like, I hate that that's true. I hate everything surrounding that being true. Also, it errs for one last time in the chat as SimpleFlips taking care of these IROCs. Can we get some Klops ergs if you happen to got them? As she's taking yet another death in SSL. Absolutely unrelenting. Is Flips about to get world record by nearly an hour? I don't know. I mean, first he'll have to get in the lead. And seeing as how Cheese is now over 100 stars, I'm not sure how likely that is.
Wait, hold on. The stars are counting up?
SimpleFlips, oh, unfortunate. Getting bodied by the Tox box and to add insult to injury, losing out on the cap as a result. So gonna have to grab reds like an absolute mad lad. Very, very dangerous living. Is able to make the triple jump work here though. And he will be making his way, hopefully, through reds. Okay. Nice triple jump up that slope. He's only got 3 left. And this is his second to last star. That's pretty wild. This has just been an insane run for Simple. That's numero 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ocho, your home for quality sports coverage.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Not anymore. You have to pay $5.99 for the DLC.
My bad.
And so there we go. SimpleFlips now 1 star away from making his way all the way up into bits. Where is the 119th star? THI, it seems.
That's
as
Wiggler.
she's missing that box dive, unfortunately. Yeah, that is Wiggler. Make Wiggler squirm. Let's see. Now, remember, he did have those issues with that clip earlier. Let's see if he's able to get that sorted out this time around. So why aren't they doing 120 stars? They are doing 120 stars. The reason that I keep saying 119 is the last star is in Bowser in the Sky. So they actually have to like go up to the final stage to get to that last star. Okay, nice. Except for him clipping right through the mountain. Okay, he is still underwater now. And completely, wow, just wide left.
All right. So here we
Oh,
are.
it wasn't the
Wiggler.
clip that he had issues with. He just couldn't find the loading zone.
It's either
Yeah, what a
the-
nice final boss of the game.
Or the mini boss, because we still do have to fight Bowser. Just to clarify for chat, because chat was asking
Yep.
earlier.
Yeah, but everyone knows that the Bowser throws are free. No one has ever missed a Bowser throw forehead.
Mm-hmm. Let me check.
He was not trying to go to Wiggler. Oh, okay, yeah, he must have been trying to go down. Okay. He took a really, really weird strat to it then, but... Now, SimpleFlips is making his way up to bits. Can he catch up to Cheese, finishing up DDD, and then making his way up to bits as well? You know, certainly seems like SimpleFlips is in the lead, but as we've come to see before, sometimes the laws of space and time just get completely violated just for GSA. And so, you know, really not quite sure if SimpleFlips is still in the lead. And also, what a quality red spawn. Having a red spawn right at the beginning, just, oh, so nice.
Think Cheese will win? Alright. I believe that.
How do you miss a Bowser throw? Just hit the bomb forehead. I almost said just hit the 4 bomb head.
Just hit the 4, bomb head. No, Cheese died.
She's dying to the piranha plant. Wow.
A lot just happened in the last 5 seconds.
SimpleFlips picking up red number 5.
6,
He's unstoppable.
7.
He's got one more red separating him from that 120th star. And Dino Bros and Infinite Gamer claiming that I'm going to actually win. I think I'm about 119 stars behind at the moment, so could be a bit iffy on that bet. And what a star spawn location. The Reds actually didn't... I mean, they spawned badly because they were all in the bottom half of the course, but as far as, like, how spread out they were and where the star spawner was, like, you couldn't have asked for much better with the Reds. And yeah, as SimpleFlips is going to be closing in on Bowser with 120 stars, definitely try to stick around for that Breath of the Wild race if you can. If you've never seen a Breath of the Wild run, if you've ever like looked at interviews, I think Shigeru Miyamoto at one point has said that like they actually made the game with the intent that if you really wanted to, you could finish it without any of the Divine Beasts. And 8% kind of takes that a little bit further than Shigeru probably intended, though. Especially with the somewhat recent, as of like, I think 3 or 4 months ago, discovery of bullet time bounce. There's some pretty wild stuff that you can do pretty much from right whenever you get off the Great Plateau. So definitely stick around for that Breath of the Wild race between Wolfpike Song and I don't remember what the other name is, unfortunately. But should be a really nice, exciting race between two really, really good at 8% runners. It's any percent without amiibo, by the way.
Wow, I can't believe it. This guy must not play Mario.
Yeah, SimpleFlips missing a throw, giving Cheese a huge advantage here. Okay, you know, he has that hit throw, and the stage is separating. If he misses his throw, Cheese could certainly... Okay,
Ooh.
you know, managed to just barely get that last throw in. Is going to be able to take this win home today. And what a run. New set seed 120 star world record of 319. GG's to SimpleFlips. I mean, just so y'all know, we blocked out 5 hours for this. So SimpleFlips getting a 319, pretty nutty, pretty insane. As Cheese honestly is not super far behind, especially when you remember those insane numbers of deaths that Cheese ended up taking.
Oh yeah, I am in control of the timers. Don't worry about that. I forgot that I was in control of that. Just watch. Bam, look at that. Oh wow, I didn't even stop it.
Yeah, what am I looking at, Forehead?
There you go. See, look at that. You won.
Yeah, one with a 319.41. You know, obviously the whole credit sequence is included in that timing. Yeah, and very good point. As Cheese gets more stars, he will get closer to SimpleFlips. That is very true.
I can always unpause the timer. Cheese could still win.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we could be timing this randomizer run like Pape, where we're waiting for Peach to pull her arms up in the air before we stop the timer. We could even just wait for the very, very end of the credits where the cake says the end.
I don't think the timer stops until you talk to Yoshi.
I don't think the timer stops until the very, very last sample of "Thank you so much for playing my game" plays. And Hyasin asking about interviews. SimpleFlips is using the restroom right now. We'll see if he is down to do a bit of an interview whenever he gets back in here. But thinking through it, I certainly want to ask him about the DDD 100 and a little bit about that THI, especially like that clip into the mountain and then just diving right down into nothingness like that.
Who is the world record holder of 120 stars? You are looking at both of them.
Yeah, so CLG Cheese, of course, with that 139.19. Shoutouts also to 139.19, the user on Twitch. But yeah, Cheese with that nutty 139 does have the official 120 star world record. And then actually, that run has a death in Rainbow Ride, doesn't it? I'm thinking of the right one.
The 139.19 was the one where he lost a minute in Tippy, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. That run was just absolutely insane until Rainbow Ride.
He was even like put on the front page of Twitch and everything. It was that insane of a run.
Ooh, Cheese almost trying to wall kick up to the alcove, but gonna go ahead and take the ledge grab instead. Not quite double jumpable. Side flip and ground pound. Nice. Timer starts when you finish your second 120 star run. Yeah, and by that definition, Cheese, of course, in a very significant lead. Is CLG Cheese blue cheese? No, he's CLG. You answered your own question, Kappa.
Blue cheese is good.
Blue cheese is good. People that hate on blue cheese have no taste. Like, I get that it's a very strong flavor, but, like, it's a good flavor. Don't at me. Blue cheese is nasty? I bet you're nasty.
I have met him in real life, he is.
Kokom confirming that chat is just nasty. Too much flavor? Just use less of it, Forehead.
It's that easy. Just use less. blue cheese is only good cheese? I don't know if I agree with that.
You bet I like ranch? No. Ranch is terrible, which I also didn't like ranch already, but that like month where Twitch exclusively played Hidden Valley Ranch ads, I wanted to die.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It was terrible. Because like both of them just involved people chugging bottles of ranch, and I wanted to vomit every time. It was terrible.
Thank you, Big John. Ranch is the devil.
Ranch
I
is the
message.
devil, dude. I
agree
especially
with that
refused
too.
to buy ranch after those ads on Twitch. It was so bad. Why not
Alright.
sub to avoid ranch?
All of these
Well,
people bringing
I
up good
was already
points. I see Fundraiser and talking about subs. This is a perfect time.
Yeah, you know, while SimpleFlips using the restroom and Cheese going ahead and finishing off these last few stars, it's worth mentioning what this race and the upcoming couple of races are actually for. So as you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, we have a couple of exclamation point commands. Basically, some of our runners that we're hoping to feature at Pace are having to come from overseas and such, and you know, travel is pretty expensive, what with flights and hotels and such. So this fundraiser is actually for those guys that, you know, may need a little bit of help with their Pace expenses to be able to make it for that awesome live event. And also, in case we are able to get all of those financial situations securely squared away, the money will be going into the prize pools for the event as well. So, and also just, you know, now that playoffs are over, we have a little bit of dead time. It's nice to just keep the hype going for what's going to be a super awesome live event. I'm like, I've been hyped about Pace for the past 3 months. And so the fact that it's only 9 days away now is just wild. And she's taking yet another death in the middle of Reds. Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't realize Pace was so close until like a day or two ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I leave in like a week. He was buffaloed.
The meta. The advanced chat meta.
How many deaths? Too many. I know at one point he was at 40
death?
lives.
1 death, 2 death, red death, blue death. Troy of Athens with the 5,000 IQ Galaxy Brain ideas here with 0-star randomizer. That would be a treat right there. As Cheese realizing that CCM is just wing cap.
Was this race on the same seed?
And Senior Kitten's pointing out that the script says to talk about Pace again. Well, to save us the effort, here's the command in chat.
Wow, look at that. What is a seed? In the case of this,
seed.
it is. It's like you know how there's different like randomized patterns and whatever. This one is like a certain randomizer pattern. So you enter the code and that one randomizes it the exact same way every time, if that makes sense.
So it's like if you imagine the random function as just like take the star spawn position, do this weird math to it, and then the result is where the star spawns. The variables in that weird math would be the seed. So like there's some sort of equation somewhere that actually determines how the seed interacts with the spawn points, but it's effectively just an equation with one variable that you throw the seed into. And so you're able to get like, you're not able to predict reliably like, oh, me using this number for this part of the seed is going to make the stars do this. Like you can't predict that just because of how many different possible seeds there are and how that math interacts. Like just changing the seed by 1 small digit does actually have a drastic impact on where everything spawns. But because of the nature of that randomization, like you said, using the same seed will have those same random results. And they are both using the 6819 seed.
Wow.
Unfortunate red deaths from Cheese right now. This is just bad.
Nobody's surprised.
Yeah, big rips to Cheese at the moment. as SimpleFlips is just still being thanked for completing the game. Yeah, Cheese, just go inside the pyramid. Just take a break. Take a breather.
That was interesting.
Stop it. Get some help. Am I allowed to chat here? Ask SimpleFlips. No.
Just ban. Not at all.
Just
No,
instant
no.
ban.
I'm gonna trust chat on this one. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know who the Simple. He seems kind of shady to me. I mean, flips are not that simple at the end of the day, especially in this game. Side flips are certainly a mysterious beast at some points.
Got confirmation that SimpleFlips was cheating. Was in a voice call with Cheese the entire race.
And speaking of SimpleFlips being in voice calls cheating, he is now in this voice call. How are you doing after that nice new set seed 120 world record?
Awesome. Random world record. Woo.
So certainly very meaningful and not at all due to just all sorts of random things out of
No.
your control.
Jeez.
Yeah, I earned it because of my epic grind on the randomizer scene.
Yeah, and something that we kind of talked about a little bit in chat seemed to hype up a lot was, do you think that your experience playing a lot of ROM hacks has kind of contributed to you being able to succeed so well at Randomizer, just from being able to adapt to a lot of situations?
Yeah, there's so many ROM hacks that just like take the original game and move stuff around anyway. So I know a lot of arbitrary platforming options.
Yeah, and obviously, like there were a lot of different little things throughout this run that demonstrated that kind of obscure knowledge. In particular, one that I definitely wanted to ask: the blue coin refresh in DDD. What reminded you of that? Because I saw you did go for the 100 coin Starlight Cheese and had to end up aborting almost at the end.
I didn't know about that at all. She's had chat open and we were voicing, so we both learned about it at the same time.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that, if someone was gonna tell Cheese or something.
No, we didn't keep any knowledge from each other. We were actually reminding each other which stages were which, like, the entire time.
Okay.
Oh, so you weren't actually using a tracker? That's kind of interesting.
No, because we talked about it, and, like, the Ocarina of Time races don't allow trackers, from what I understand. So we didn't use one either.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, but what was going through your head whenever you went into DDD that first time and the coins were literally just out of your reach? Like, that must have just felt like a slap in the face.
We just assumed it was impossible, and I thought I could get cheeky and clone some coins with the shell.
Yeah,
it wasn't
That was fun.
But then he was like, "Can't speed it. He's pants, so it can't be that hard."
Throwing the
And then
casual
someone said,
shade in that voice
"How did
chat,
that
it
work?"
seems. And
Yeah, I did not know
another
about that at all.
another star I definitely wanted to ask about was in THI. I think it was when you were trying to do 100 coin one of those times, where you clipped into the mountaintop and then ended up diving. It looked like you were trying to go towards the red coin loading zone, but what was going on there?
My Piranha Star spawned out of bounds, and I didn't know if it was possible to get where it spawned, but with how close I was, I'm like certain it was possible to get down there without touching the death floor.
Okay. We didn't end up seeing this.
I C-upped and saw it out of bounds, so I wasn't just guessing it was there. Like, I'm 100% certain it was there.
Okay, then we must have just
Okay.
missed it.
Yeah, and it's both like a blessing and a curse that the like star spawns like that are randomized, because on one hand, like, unfortunately we can't replicate it by just putting the seed in, but at least you're able to get it a lot easier that second time around.
I'm not a fan of things that change dynamically while we're playing, because there were several times where there was like 4 or 5 times in a row I loaded once and just was right next to a star immediately, and it seems stupid because Cheese wouldn't get the same thing. I like all the
Yeah.
random stuff, but I don't like that it's not consistently random per seed.
Yeah, and like stuff like TTC, if you end up having a decent number of stars spawn up top, at a point it's just like, oh, I didn't spawn up top, let me just die, because that's what's gonna happen anyway, and it'll be faster.
Yeah,
So
every
it's
time in CCM that I spawn near wall kicks will work, I just jumped off the stage.
yeah, there's no reason to try to back that up. Like it's such a waste of time, honestly. Now, is there a star that you were kind of surprised went pretty well, given like some of the really brutal random stars? And is there one that went really, really poorly, you think?
Uh, I remember several times thinking that I did something sick, but now I don't remember. There were a few really cool backups. I did a obscure backup in Shifting Sandland that I thought was cool.
Oh
The-
yeah,
the
that one
pyramid
with
one?
the platforms dipping under the floor. I'd never seen that before. That was so cool.
Yeah, I think the 120 star Taz uses that, which is why I knew about it.
Those jumps where you're having to jump out from under an awning like that, they always like I had to put so much time into Womp's Fortress 100 just to get that jump remotely consistent. So anytime it's used just out of the blue anywhere like that, it just always amazes me. Yeah, chat calling out SimpleFlips the task god, it seems. Well, great stuff. I certainly think that if I'm remembering right, HMC Reds wasn't particularly bad. And then of course y'all got really, really lucky with Metal Cap just being Bowser in the Fire Sea.
Yeah, that was super lucky to not have to go back there 100 times.
Unfortunately,
Which
Cheese
also would
taking
be
a
really
death
bad.
that first time. Yeah, and that's another one that like I kind of wish there was just like a baby option to make it so that Metal Cap would just be a cap stage or something like that. So still have it be random, but not be like TTC or Womps or something actually useful.
Well, I wouldn't mind if it's an actual stage if each time you entered HMC, you didn't spawn in a random location.
True, true. Because like it's especially maddening when you're not really thinking and the game spawns you on that platform ready to jump over and like open the door towards Metal Cap stage, but you're not really thinking. You just jump right in the moat and you're just like, great. Now I have to long jump off Dory. This is nice. And so yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like if you had a consistent spot that you were starting from to kind of plan a quick route getting down to Metal Cap stage, it certainly wouldn't be as bad. What do you think about Womps being in Vanish Cap though? Because I noticed that was a pretty late check for you.
Yeah, me and Cheese were talking about how dumb that is. But I got really lucky with like every stage load.
Mm.
Yeah, and what were your thoughts whenever you started up and you had that initial loop with BOB and BBH? That was kind of interesting to see.
Okay, so we restarted, and I actually have never done a 120 randomizer. I did do like one off stream when it came out, but because we had to restart, I literally 5 seconds before we entered BOB was like, well, at least we don't have BBH again. At least we don't have to do BBH.
It seems that for whatever reason, the randomizer is like able to read your thoughts, and like when you're thinking, please don't be this, it makes that stage that. Like I think I got a couple of seeds in a row where BOB was Fire Sea or something, and I was like the second time around, I was like, well, okay, at least I reset now. Now it's not going to be Fire Sea, and then of course I see the lava, and it's just like, oh great, yay.
That's the thing about the loads. It used to not be consistent between the seeds, at least. Supposedly that's changed, but I was not aware until today.
Yeah, it's better in point 4 the seeds actually determine the loading zones, but back in point 3 if you game over or reset, even when you put the same seed in, the loading zones wouldn't lead to the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That's so dumb.
yeah, it was so scuffed. I actually, and I kind of wanted to ask your opinion on this. I'm actually keeping the point 3 around in case I ever get into the same mood as like an OOT runner deciding to do a no logic randomizer. Do you think that that version is worth keeping around for something like that, or is it just inherently bad because of how scuffed some of the spawns are?
I think a more in-depth version where you can choose any settings is a better way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think similar sort of ideas like the slide spawning you in completely random spots, and other really hard but not impossible things like that would be valuable options to have in a future randomizer. But oh boy, Cheese with that awesome teleport. You always gotta love bonking there because you just instantly teleport like that.
Did you see that both me and Cheese entered TTM slide and instantly died?
Yes.
Yes,
You got stuck
we
on
thought
the
you were
edge for a
soft lock
while.
for a moment there.
I thought I was soft locked.
I didn't notice. Were you continuing without saving, or were you saving after every star?
Oh, I saved after every star for sure. I'm afraid of the game like crashing and stuff.
Yeah, and like even though they have the TTM crashes ironed out, it's still something that like having experienced that a couple of times, you're always afraid of.
I had heard that it crashes a lot, but I guess it improved. So.
What it was back in version 3, it's actually a glitch with the base game that just never was relevant in the base game. I think it's like if a Monty Mole is killed off screen, and it may have something to do with specifically being killed by a bomb too. It locks the game for some reason. And so that was the problem, was that with TTM, since the Monties and the Bomb-Bombs were spawning in totally random spots, you would have a Bomb-Bomb just kill a Monty off camera and it would just crash.
That's so random.
Yeah, because I did notice whenever it would happen, because it happened like twice to me when I was trying to play on 0.3, because I would notice it would happen when a bunch of the level was unloaded. I think was what it was that I found to like try to mitigate it. And so I would try to like keep the camera focused towards the middle of the mountain, and it seemed to help it. But yeah, and so like them fixing that glitch in 0.4 was actually them fixing a glitch that had been existent forever, and no one ever figured out what was going on with it.
Does JRB have more coins than normal?
Yes. So does
Okay.
DDD.
She's got like 90 coins, and then saw where what should have been the last amount of coins possible in JRB, and couldn't get it because we didn't know that it had more coins. So he saw like the last 5 coins that he needed, and if a line of 5 coins isn't possible in a stage with 104 coins, you would just be screwed. Neither of us knew that the stage had more than 104 coins in Randomizer.
I didn't know until earlier when someone mentioned it in chat, but it makes sense for something like in DDD where 2 of the coin things were just there and then despawned.
I think Cheese might be tilted.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. And sorry about that sudden departure from the interview booth. It seems that this comm has certainly eaten into my mobile data budget, but certainly worth it for this race. It was really, really entertaining to see. How did Cheese not get this igloo star earlier? What?
He probably just never went in here.
I could have sworn he did at some point. I remember him like maybe that was like the very, very beginning, whenever y'all had to do the restart or something. Because I remember him doing like a clip through one of the back corner walls that has a small gap in it.
He was in Snowman's
maybe went
Land.
in for coins.
Yeah, that must have been it. Yeah.
Yes.
Is my Wi-Fi not back yet? No, it appears to be an issue with like, I feel like the cable company has some sort of wiring issue coming out to this house, because we actually tried out a new router and it didn't fix anything. So unfortunately, no stream after this.
Alright, so Cheese at 115. He has 4 stars left. And 3 of them are in Lethal Lava Land.
I feel like this is a stage that, like in SimpleFlips, tell me like if this is the case for you too. It kind of gets in your head once you die in here in a randomizer. Like if I die after unlocking the big bully for Bully the Bullies, like it just I get so demoralized.
Cheese has spent just so much time in this stage. Like, probably, like, upwards of 40 minutes, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's safe to say that at least a good, like, half of his deaths have been in here. Okay. Managing to land successfully on the platform. He's back up to 4 health.
He's alive.
Does Cheese have what it takes to beat this game?
I don't know. Has he beaten this game before?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, you know, we do have the Randomizer 120-star world record holder SimpleFlips in the call. Based on your expert opinion, do you think Cheese has what it takes to beat this game?
My expert opinion is, don't call me 120-star world record holder for Randomizer.
You don't want that to be your crowning achievement?
No, I don't want to adopt that title.
SimpleFlips the wrong. SimpleFlips. Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't believe myself. Yeah, SimpleFlips the ROM hack god does not want to be referred to as a randomizer god as well.
That is not a wrong hack. That is the conclusion I've come to.
Yeah, although I mean, it has to be said, it's more of a ROM hack than those really cheesy ROM hacks where they just like retextured everything in the castle. Like,
Those are bad.
But
yeah, they're just a dime a dozen. When I first found out that like some ROM hacks were console compatible, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I found out which ones were being referred to, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and then you don't want to play any of them.
Yeah, at least nowadays, like there are a couple of decent ones. Like I think Super Mario 74 is console compatible,
is it?
and then Bounce Tales 64 is pretty fire.
It's so laggy.
It is. Oh man, like just the overworld. Jeez.
I was gonna say 74 has a lot. I'd be surprised if it was.
And I haven't like tested out any of the like later areas to see if it's actually any more laggy
I'm sure Crudell
or like if it starts crashing or
kill it.
anything.
If Cheese dies with 74 coins, I'm leaving.
He might die with 76.
Yeah, are you extending your offer just to 7x or is it?
If he dies with this many coins, I'm leaving. This many being not 100.
Okay, and he
That's
did
fair.
miss that bully coins.
He entered with
So the
76.
single point.
He should have enough, I think. But barely.
I'm actually a bit concerned.
I am also
Ooh,
concerned.
okay, grabbing that coin and then falling right back down to the bottom.
He was
Okay.
sick for like a millisecond.
Oh, this is...
Okay.
Okay, he's got coins.
Yeah, he's finally got himself back up to 4.
Alright, there we go. 798.
Okay, he's fine. I thought there were only 2 coins up there, but there's 3.
Plus there's that bully if he absolutely needs it, but he shouldn't. Assuming he actually gets up there this time.
A nice jump dive there.
Mm,
And
nope.
he just not able to. Okay, please do elevator tour entrance this time.
I think he's ready.
Okay. No.
I thought he was gonna exit stage for some reason.
Why?
And not even getting the long jump this time. Wow.
Why is he not going the other way? This is...
Is Cheese on sub 4 pace? Well, he is still using the N64 route rather than the VC route, so I don't believe so.
I don't know, he's still in Lethal Lava Land. He's still got a lot to go.
Okay, he now has the 100 coins.
He's got the star. Alright. Finally.
And the other 2 in the volcano are 2 out of the 3 he needs for go mode. This is just absurd.
No!
And he's about to die instead of grabbing one of them. amazing.
He shouldn't have re-entered. He could have went straight back to the volcano.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, would that have worked through him running upstairs? I'm not sure if that would have worked.
That's actually a good point. I don't know. I assume it would.
Because I'm not sure if it's one of those levels or if it was. I think I may have tried that with like metal cap or some work at all. I'm pretty sure that if you have to walk between like lobby and basement or something like that, that it cancels out the like save point. Yeah, just hopping right back in the volcano. That's really all that you have to do at this point.
What is his other star?
I don't even know. Wait, did he ever go back for DDD 100?
I don't think so.
I remember him asking me how it works and explaining it to him, so I'm pretty sure he was there.
Oh yeah, he was there. He did that.
Yeah, he's going ahead and looking through.
Secret stars. So it's one of the secret stars. That's helpful.
Okay, it's not Wing Mario.
It's probably
Is it one of
MIPS
the
too.
slide stars?
Has he gotten MIPS too?
Oh, he I don't think he has. I think he grabbed MIPS 1 after 50. So he may have forgotten about MIPS 2.
MIPS 2 was the final secret star I got, so wouldn't surprise me if that was his also. He might just be missing a toad as well. I doubt he's missing any stage secret star.
Yeah, because thinking through, I know for sure he's got Vanish Cap, he's got Metal Cap, he's got Wing Mario. He should have both secret slides. He's got Secret Aquarium.
I also imagine he knows what he's missing too.
Did he get Fire Sea? Because I knew he was there,
Yeah.
but I think he died.
I think he went back and grabbed it at some point.
Okay.
He had the chat open and he said people were making fun of him because apparently he had ran past the red coin that he didn't know where it was.
Yeah, Randomizer is certainly a great way to have a chat make fun of you a little bit for making weird decisions.
Did he get both toads in the THI room? Because I think 2 of them were there. I saw 1.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he ever went back to Fire Sea. That looks like where he's headed right now. Did he get Dark World Reds? Yeah, he definitely got Dark World Reds.
Yep.
Dark World Reds was free in this seed.
Dude, Dark World Reds was sick.
Those 4 coins being bunched together like that was just, oh man.
And the star spawn was really, really close too.
Yeah. It was like you got to spend all your time in the bottom half of the level, right? If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Cheese narrowly landing on that stone. How fitting to have Fire Sea and Sky as your second to last and last of the 120. Okay. Vanilla red here. So where are those last 2 gonna be?
I think they're at the top, aren't they?
They must be, yeah, because I can't think of where else they would be, and I didn't see them towards the beginning of the course.
I don't remember because I did red coins here twice today.
Trying to go for some sort of decent ending, but ends up just getting completely bodied by the fire. Okay, there's a red up there at least. Now where's the 8?
one?
There we go. And of course the star spawns right at the start. Beautiful, but at least we do have confirmed now that that is the last one that these guys need to grab, or Cheese rather needs to grab. I don't know, SimpleFlips, is that one part of the 120 that you grabbed, or did you just find an extra somewhere?
I think I just talked to 4 toads.
Oh, okay.
The extra
Toad must have been
toad.
holding out.
That's why you put the bunny in front of him. Oh, okay.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of Mew truck thing is this here? And Cheese does not feel like dealing with this door opening cutscene that may not even play. I'm not even sure if he would have that cutscene right there still, but... And he's gonna go ahead and go for the BLJs right up top. Let's hope he doesn't end up entering Wet Dry World, but looks like he's on the straight and narrow. And is gonna hop right over that loading zone. Having so much trouble
Wow.
getting Mario into this nice little square hole.
That sucks, actually.
Yeah, and spawning really late in the level despite the reds being so early on. What did you think, too, of the reds basically just being in the first half of the level?
I love that.
You spawn in a good location for it, too. So, that...
Oh, jeez, with that unfortunate jump on that retracting platform.
Is that a glitchy wall kick?
Okay, that's better.
You had Chase for sub 4. That's going to be really exciting if he manages to pull this off.
I believe in him.
Same.
Can you believe there's a line of coins there showing you where to triple jump?
Right? And of course, Chi's gonna see here in just a sec that there are... Oh wait, no, never mind. He already grabbed the reds that were down there, I think, right?
He's got every red up to this point.
Just needs to go ahead and pick up that last one on the ramp and... Oh, don't... Okay, I was gonna say, don't die there.
If he ledge grabbed, he would have been dead. It's actually really lucky.
And there we go. And so with that, Cheese now has his 120th star. Let's see if he can go ahead and pull off some nice throws for a cool sub 4.
He's definitely going for triple jump wall kick. Do you think he gets it or not?
Well, no. Does not look like it today. I think he's going for moving right side next time. Almost definitely. And don't fret, he could get kind of a crappy spawn right here, unfortunately.
He went at it at such a YOLO angle.
Oh, he was going for moving right side, just way too far to the right, it seems.
Yeah, that was a good call.
And it's good. Very, very nice. So he's going to be making his way into that firm fight and actually has the opportunity for 2 1-ups if he would have chosen. Kind of interesting. Quality sound effects here in this 8 megabyte cart. That's one. Let's see, Cheese with the second throw. Okay. And the third throw, we're looking at a nice low 58 as we've got the man in the call. Cheese, how are you feeling after that randomizer, my man? Actually, real quick, let me rephrase that. How much do you hate LLL right now?
Timer.
7.
Nice.
7. That is definitely an acceptable answer. I mean,
No, stop the timer.
I mean, I think LL lost me the race quite literally.
Yeah, we were talking about it as you were trying to get those last couple of volcano stars. We're pretty sure that you spent like a good 40, 50 minutes in that stage alone.
I told Simple, but like I really mean this like 100%. This is the hardest game I've ever played. Casually. Not speedrunning. Well, actually both. I don't think I realized how hard this game is casually until I did this race. It's insane. Like I swear to God, I know it looks like I purposely died or I just didn't care. I swear to God, I was trying 110% to not die. It's so hard.
Yeah, I think anyone that's played the game knows exactly where you're coming from with that. It's very, very brutal, and I think it's really just unforgiving is the biggest thing. Like, there are a lot of times where you'll do something and realize I am about to die, and then 5 seconds later you're just dead, and there's nothing you could do over that 5-second span. It's just I'm dead.
Yeah,
I decided that I want to die, and then dead.
There were so many parts where I legitimately tried to go as slow as possible, and I would just die and die and die, and I was like, damn. I think it was a mistake going for the 100 coin stars right away, though. I don't know. I tried to go too much too quickly, and then I just did that the whole race.
Well, it's certainly something I wanted to ask about, considering that like both of you tried to go for that same approach, and SimpleFlips seemed to have a lot more success with those 100 coins early on. What do you think was making that big difference there? Do you think it was kind of just like a little bit of a luck thing, or maybe like a bit of a difference in mentality approaching the race, or?
Well, I mean, everyone knows SimpleFlips is the king of hacks. I think he said it earlier. What did he say? What did he say, Simple? It was like...
I said, I'm sick, bitch.
He said, I'm the king of... No, I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best at doing things that don't matter, and you're the best at things that do matter. And it's quite literally true. Like Simple is like the king of hacks, and no one could beat him. I didn't expect to beat him at all. I just thought it'd be awesome. Okay, you know, they get a one that's like purely a speedrunner, and one that's like creative. And well, in this case, the creative one destroys the speedrunner. Which makes sense in my opinion. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing half the time, to be honest. I forgot like half the warps all the time.
Yeah, and I think that's something that Randomizer has been really interesting in like how it's shown off the skills that people can develop that aren't necessarily like the best for speedrunning specifically. Like trying to go fast in this random setting, there's a lot that comes out that wouldn't normally come out in a speed run. A lot of like creative backups that may be kind of slow, but like end up actually saving your ability to get a star, or just like knowledge of little things in the game. Like one thing we already asked SimpleFlips about this, but definitely want to ask you, what was going through your head in DDD the first time you were trying to do that 100 coin? And when someone told you about the blue coin refresh, what was your first thought?
I would have never have thought to do that if no one told me. Like, if I never found that out, then I would have still been trying to figure out how to get the 100 coin star.
Yeah, we were talking about getting 119 stars and then just changing the seed because we both thought it was impossible.
Even 118, because JRB we didn't know about until you realize there's like 110 million coins.
Yeah, the JRB coins can also be super finicky, and I certainly hope that the developers are able to isolate whatever it is that causes those coins to despawn right whenever you get up to them, because like I know from my personal experience, it's a very unique form of frustrating to be sitting at like 97 coins in Wet Dry World or something and see a line of coins in the elevator shaft, and the second you get up to them, nope. And you're like, well, great, now I have to waste my time going over to town, waste the time that I spent on secrets just now. It's just everything is awful.
Yeah.
And so
a good version is going to be made soon enough, and none of this will be a problem, hopefully.
It's awesome the progress that's already been made. Even like just going from version 3 to version 4 has been just a huge leap, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which also, I forget who exactly it was that was doing this, but what was going on in Wall Kicks Will Work? There was one time that one of y'all spawned in Wall Kicks Will Work, and it seemed like y'all were actually trying to do something in there, but I couldn't figure out what.
Walkies will work.
Yeah, I think it was you, and like you were trying to get to the top. I guess to like check out the top or something.
Yeah, I just went down. Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
I've
See,
seen some spawn there, I think.
and I was always kind of curious as to like neither of y'all seem to do a whole lot of pausing to like check the levels, because I know like that's always helped me out a lot in CCM to like pause to be able to check out the wide panned out view.
Right.
And that's what I've always ended up doing for like the first time I spawn in Wall Kicks Will Work. I just pause, see that there's nothing there, and then just leave.
It's a good
Yeah,
strat.
I think
Yeah. But I'm sure at least a few, probably a lot of people that watched this race did not know about Mario 64 Randomizer before. So for those watching, I hope you know you enjoyed and see that there's still a lot of work to be done, but it will be done. I'm excited to see what happens in the new versions.
And same here. And I mean, just seeing how fun it is, like I'm nowhere near good at this game by any definition, and it's just such a blast playing through Randomizer. I guess it's just like I played through the game casually enough times that the original star spawns are a little bit stale for me. And so like as someone that's like I think I've gotten 120 stars like I don't even know how many times casually as a kid and such. Like it's such a treat actually being able to like adventure through the game again and look for stuff again.
Right? Yeah, I know the feel.
And it's weird like how much it seems to help you improve on other stuff too, and especially like just watching other people. Like I know that there have been times I've been watching you do randomizers and see little things like and I know this is so basic, but like the triple jump wall kicks to get up on the wooden platform in Wet Dry World. It was like until I saw you do that in a randomizer pretty recently, like I always thought like, okay, if something ends up on top of that wooden platform, what do I do?
Oh yeah. That's why the skill comes in handy, or the experience.
Yeah, and just like messing around with those jumps constantly. Same with THI. I used to hate THI so much until I watched like you and Punkay and saw like a few different strats that y'all would use to get around the island more easily.
Yeah, THI especially is one of those especially uh the more issues you have in this game, THI would be a lot easier. Because this is why everyone says THI is like the worst stage when they start playing, because it's impossible to maneuver in that stage if you don't know the game. Same for
Yeah,
probably TTC.
yeah, and it's like you're pretty well locked into like that really stupid default windy path until you realize like, wait a minute, here's how shell movement works. Here's how I can triple jump wall kick up here, and like just like once you actually know what you're doing, you can pretty well avoid the windy section unless something spawns down there explicitly, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. And I asked SimpleFlips earlier, but I'm definitely curious to hear your response. Are there any stars like this one of the red coin stars, or just like one of the stages, the way the coins got laid out generally? Like, was there something that you just really, really loved the luck that you got in? And alternatively, is there anything that you just hated the luck that you had in?
Yeah. I'm thinking. I don't. I mean, I think the Rimmer thing was sick. How many stars were there? Like 4, all the way in the bottom area.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's two of the normal ones and then the box one.
Yeah, and of course DDD. DDD is weird. I've never seen DDD reds like that. Every time I've ever done DDD, like most of the reds were down there in the water, and then maybe one would be outside, but like 4 in like a small space, all outside, was really weird but really cool.
Yeah, certainly unusual coin spawns in a couple of spots. And definitely good luck on like the THI red spawns. I mean, it's kind of hard for those to get really really bad, but when they do,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it was you were able to do Wing Mario with 1 life, right? You didn't end up having to take a death there.
Wing Mario?
Yeah, because I
No,
think
no.
SimpleFlips had to take a death there at some point.
I did kill myself on purpose because I didn't have the wing cap, but the second time was fine.
Yeah. And that's what I'm sure, because you've been doing a lot of 70 randomizers recently. How did that feel actually having to do Wing Mario?
I have actually done Wing Mario in some of the 70-star ones. I don't know why, but I did.
Though?
I don't
Man,
know. I just entered and I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. But
man,
wasn't too bad compared to LLL, you know. Yeah.
yeah, we'll just kind of skip past LLL for a little bit.
No, but this is fun. The rematch has to happen, just saying. In the future. I need to have my revenge. I know how to play now. But
Okay.
it has to happen bad.
It'd be really cool to see like a 70-star race between y'all as well, because
That
I'm
would
sure some of the
probably be
speed threats would
more. Yeah, that would
really.
be. I would think it would be pretty close, that one.
I think Cheese would probably win 70.
You think?
I feel like it'd be pretty close. At the very least, it would be closer. If like, if not, yeah, I feel like Cheese would maybe have a bit of an edge just because of like all of the really fast stars you can grab, and that like normally you're forced to slow down because of all the hundreds in reds here, but in 70, like every 100 in red that you get is effectively another like kind of slow standard star that you don't have to deal with. So I feel like it could maybe go either way. Who knows? The race will just have to happen for us to find out. But
All right, cool.
anyway, yeah. So go ahead and stick around, everyone, because we do have the Breath of the Wild any percent race coming up pretty shortly. Like I was kind of talking about a little bit earlier, if you've never seen a Breath of the Wild run, you can do some pretty sweet stuff with the physics system in that game that I think the developers just kind of either turned a blind eye to or just didn't quite realize. Namely, if you remember, like the ability to hit rocks to store momentum in them in stasis, you can grab onto those rocks and ride them, just like the pioneers used to ride those babies for miles. So, if you've never seen Breath of the Wild any percent, this race would be a super hype time to go ahead and break that streak. But in case you can't stick around, thank you so much for coming to this little pace hype race, 120-star randomizer between Cheese and SimpleFlips. Guys, it was a pleasure watching y'all race. It was super awesome. And GG's
Thanks,
to
Bob.
SimpleFlips on that awesome time.
Nice, Bob.
It was really
Thank
fun to
you.
watch.
Yeah, and Artemis, before we let these guys go, did you have any more questions for them?
No, I just can't wait for that rematch.
Yeah, same here. Well, unfortunately, I will have to be out. My phone hotspot is crying very softly in the corner. So, but it's been a pleasure coming yet again, and I am super glad to have had this opportunity, especially.
I think
It
you
was
cut
fun.
out.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Bob. Thank you so much. Thanks for the restream and comms.
Of course. See
See
you
you there. I
again.
think electric literally just cut off.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I literally just cut off.
Yeah.
All right, back.
Well, real fast. Peace out, everyone.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.